Rochester's first corner. The Battery have had 3 so far. Steve Guppy will move over to take the corner. Left-footed kicker. Off the right wing side would be an in-swinging kick. As he places the ball gently. Backs up on the ball, and Guppy is ready to serve it up. Steve Guppy, the player assistant coach, scored the first and the game-winning goal last game. Delicate heads it back in the middle. Up they go, and the ball blocked down and hammered by Burtz, but way high as the whistle to stop play. Foul in front, evidently, so a free kick now for Charleston. Out on the near wing. Sneaks by Wilson, but he catches up to it along the near touchline. Draws it forward, being watched by Hines. Lays it back in the middle for Aquari. To the outside on the right wing for Nyland. He'll work forward. And the Battery with the ball. Out of midfield to the outside on the right wing for Armstrong. Dropping it back once again for Nyland. Takes a look through. Crossing through the center circle out on the near side for Aquari. And the Battery still maintaining control. Top in the middle. Reddit pass across midfield. That's knocked back by Fuller. Once again for Nyland. And through the center circle. Chased down. Aquari on the near wing to the outside. Wilson, one touch through midfield. Trying to sneak it through, but ball is in behind. Spins with the left foot across midfield. Turning back for Aquari into the middle for Retta. Draws it ahead. Looking out toward midfield. Michael Retta into the center circle. Alavagno will continue on. Chased behind by Delicate. Sliding in as Smith as the ball is knocked down. Ball had it momentarily, but is tipped loose. Controlled once again by the Battery. To the outside, Wilson on the left wing. Sends it down in the box. Hit ball, and they score. It was headed off the 6-yard line. Down in front. Head ball was in. And trying to pick up the number of the jersey. He's pulled it up. Can't see exactly who that is. It looks like it is Alonso. Looks like Alonso is the one to head it in on the cross from Wilson. And here in the 12th minute, the Battery have scored. Alonso, I believe, is the one to get the goal, and it looks like Wilson will pick up an assist. So now it's 2-1 in total goals. Yeah, Alonso. Yeah, John Wilson picks up the assist as I have to listen to the PA to get the announcement. All right, so it's now 1-0 in this one for Charleston. And the ball across midfield, foot forward is knocked down, and it'll be played back. Palgudo moving up, and it takes it on the restart to the outside of the left wing for Guppy. Overlapping is Earls. Guppy plays it off on the left wing side. Earls moving in, gets across down inside. That's knocked down to the 18, spinning it behind Delicate. Couldn't turn with the ball. Comes out top. Tipped ahead out to the midfield line. Burtz will draw it back for ball. As he gets tied up, Patterson pressuring, but he drops it back, and Dowdle now will drive it away downfield the other way. Into Charleston territory. Couple of bounces. 3-4 inside the 18. Hudak pushing it ahead for Retta. Switch to the outside. Wilson was looking to the bench, and the ball came in behind him. Finally, he turned and got it. Right out, spinning back to get away from Hines. Still has it along the near wing. Blocked away by Hines, but not out of bounds. So in on the near side for the Battery from their own 35. 14th minute. Charleston having scored here to make it 2-1 in total goals. Out to midfield for Alavagno. To the outside, Hines. As he turns back with the ball, has it along the near wing, and right foots it out and into Charleston territory. Picked up in the middle by Retta, long as 30. He'll go to the right wing side for Armstrong, drawing it forward. Tripped up and taken down by Earls, and the foul is called. Restart, free kick for Charleston. To be taken by Alonso. Off of the midfield line for Retta. His pass forward to Patterson. One touch to the outside is chased after deep to the end line by Armstrong, and he won't get there. That's out over the end line. A goal kick for the Rhinos. Sponsors of these broadcasts include Paytech, personalizing personal communications. Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield, helping you achieve your goals. And by Zweigels, the official hot dog at Paytech Park. All placed in the 6. As goalkeeper Scott Dowdle will put it back in play through midfield. And it again to the midfield line. Palguda knocks it down with the left foot. To the outside, gets a give-and-go pass on the return. And now across down inside the 18, moving in Ben Younger, but it's headed up in the air, comes out the near side. Ben Younger in under it. Settles it off the right toe. Tried to blast it in front, but blocked away. Goes to the corner as he is tackled and the ball carried away by Alonso. One-on-one battle there, and the ball flighted through midfield. And underneath it goes Earls. Being chased behind by Patterson, and he'll just roll it back to Vallow. So the Rhinos keeper has the ball. Vallow out the near side for Burtz. Drawing it forward, ahead near midfield for Tiger Fitzpatrick. To the outside for Smith. Right footer through midfield. Wilson gets a hold of it, knocks it down, and it's recovered by Richardson to the battery. Wilson, a high chip through midfield. And the ball is headed away, rolling to the corner. Back for it go the Rhinos, but don't get there. That one rolls out, throw in for the battery from the Rochester 25 on the near side. Throw in to be taken by Richardson. Goes short on the throw into Alaveno, knocked it down but couldn't come away. The Rhinos have it. Palguda spins around. It's taken down by a handball, and that will stop play, and it'll be a free kick for the battery. Alaveno wants a quick restart. All right, I think that we have an update. Is Joe Giuliano, I believe. He's over at the viewing party at the distillery. Joe, are you there to fill us in on what else is happening in the other games? All right, we'll try and get a hold of him. But anyway, all right, Scott, back at the station. You said what? Montreal leading 3-1, or is that a final? All right, so Montreal wins the series 3-1 victory over Seattle. As Montreal comes back and wins that one, they had trailed after the first game, so Montreal moves on and advances. Seattle is out. Quite a year for Montreal. And what they're doing in the CONCACAF along with Puerto Rico. High ball flighted downfield, knotted off into the middle on the 35, then booted out to midfield. Richardson and Earls battle as a assistant across the way calling a foul. The play goes on. The center ref says no. Let's bring it down. Here come the battery. High cross to the back post, up in the air, and it's out over the end line. Goal kick for the Rhinos. 18th minute. Well, that eliminates one of the scenarios. Rochester would not be playing in Seattle. Should Rochester come out with a victory in this one? Montreal is victorious in theirs. All right, Vallow with the right foot will hammer it out through midfield as the ball is knocked down on the near wing. Richardson, but he's tied up, and it rolls away and out. Throw in for the Rhinos on the near side from their own 40. This off the right wing side. The other game going on now is Vancouver at Minnesota. Vancouver had a lead in that one. And should Vancouver win their game now, and Rochester win this one, then Rochester would have the unenviable task of taking on Puerto Rico once again. Along their own 25, battery bring it forward. Charleston up the right side. And a right-footed chip through midfield. Patterson chasing there, but on him is Smith. The ball blocked to the end line. As the ball goes rolling out over the end line, it'll be a goal kick for the Rhinos. Smith and Patterson getting tied up. Patterson going rolling, and the fans want to call there, but don't get it. 19th minute, 1-0 in favor of Charleston. In this game tonight, so now it's 2-1, still in favor of the Rhinos in the two-game total goal series. Vallow with the right foot. Drives it out through midfield, coming down center circle, but headed right back into Rhino territory off of the near wing. Richardson drops it back. Wilson will chip it forward. And the ball pushed away. Burtz rolls it across midfield for Delicott. His pass in the center circle, taken by Ben Younger, turns upfield. Switches back, gets away from Aquari, and on the attack. To the outside, Hines will chase it down in the right wing corner. Near the end line, looks for the cross, high for the back post. In underneath it, but that's flicked away out the far side. Chasing back after it, Guppy will draw it loose. On the outside for Earls. Drawing it down, now to the 15. It works back along the 18, trying to sneak it in front, but as he's tackled, take it down, the ball carried away by the battery. Out on the right wing side. Blasted out through midfield, flicked forward. And in behind is Ross Smith to get to it. Heads it away, but up into the stands. It'll be a throw-in for the battery on the far side. The ball laid quickly in the middle for Alveno. on the attack. Alavano, 25 yards out of the middle. Watched by Smith. To the outside, up the left wing, Richardson. A roll on the 6 down inside a center. Patterson back to the plane, couldn't get a shot away. And the ball pulled aside out along the end line by Guffey. So another opportunity for the Battery as the ball was there, but Patterson couldn't get turned for the shot. After it, Menyonger to the outside of the near wing and up the right wing. Here's Hines across the midfield line. Hines draws it back. Menyonger one touch to the outside for Ball. Drawing it down to the 15. And across down inside, headed away out of the box. Actually up in the air, comes down again along the 18 and now booted away. Out to midfield, Guffey in underneath it. Will drive it up the left wing side for Danny Earls. Brings it ahead on the left wing and now across along the 6 in front, headed up in the air. And Richardson will settle it at the 18. Brings it out of the box. Turns it to the outside for Wilson. On the near wing, 21st minute. And just hammers the ball away and downfield. That one will spin around and roll out of bounds. Throw in for the Rhinos from their own 25 on the near side. Played back in the box. It's taken by Vallow. So Seattle Sounders are out. Montreal moves on to the next round. Ball flighted through midfield. Headed away at the midfield line. Smith steps up. Able to slip one forward, but that's the Fuller, and the ball recovered by the Battery. Into Rhino territory. Richardson sneaks the through ball. But it rolls too far ahead of everybody. Too much pace, and it's picked up by Vallow inside of his 18. I want to say hi to all of those viewing at the viewing party tonight over at the Distillery. Joe Giuliano, Soccer Sam, and everybody else there watching the game at the Distillery. Early storm provided, of course, by the Battery as expected. They had a great deal of luck on the home pitch this season, not a whole lot on the road, and that's still the case thus far. Rod Ford, pass to the center circle, but stepping up his ball. Great anticipation, brings it forward. Down to the 25, right-footed crack, and he hammers that one way wide and high. Now ball stepping up on the play nicely, but launched it into outer space. Carried forward, Tiger almost stole it. Now Delicott able to knock it aside for Palgoda. Not Palgoda playing as a attacking defender or withdrawn midfielder, one or the other. It is Guffey. On the left wing side, able to sneak it through inside the far end of the box for Menyonger. Spin around, draws it to the end line. Left foot across, under front, and the Rhinos can't get to it. Hines sliding into the ball, but he takes down the defender along with him, and a foul is called. So a nice feed down inside. Rhinos unable to finish. Actually, right now I have Rhinos still unable to get much of a shot away. Ball had one, but it was way wide and high. Right now I have unofficially 3 shots for the Battery and 1 for the Rhinos. 23rd minute, 1-0 lead here tonight for Charleston. There's a battle with Fuller and Smith, and so Fuller wins the battle as a foul is called on Ross Smith. The outside up the left wing for Fuller, right footer. He'll switch it at the far end of the box, headed back inside, and Smith is there to head it away. There's a crack of the ball rolling in. Second hop grabbed off the line by Vallow. Shot taken. Looks like by Nyland. A low shot and Vallow in the middle, able to grab it on the second hop. Ball driven through midfield, but headed right back into Rhino territory is knocked down. Patterson turning back. As Fuller, but that's blocked away off of Tiger and into Charleston territory along the near wing. Up with it is Wilson. Looks ahead on the left wing side. A roller through midfield. Alavano will spin around. Has it 25 yards out. Right foot. And he drives it in just up over top of the net. Missing the upper left corner. So right now the Battery are hammering away at the ball here. Goal kick for the Rhinos. Sponsors of these broadcasts include Power Trip. Get in the game. World Gym. Real gyms. Real people. Real results. And by Auction Direct. For your next car, log on to auctiondirect.com. Battery now leading in shots, unofficially 5-1. Vallow with the right foot. Plays it through midfield. Delicott gets a little flick on it. That's then booted away and out of bounds on the near side. To throw in for the Rhinos from their own side of midfield. Ball stepping up. High looping throw in through midfield, but Wilson heads it right out to the midfield line for Patterson. To Alavano. Return pass to Patterson. Brings it forward into Rhino territory up the left wing side. Watched by Ball. He'll then switch to the outside, and Earls in underneath it, able to head it aside for Guffey. Turns around, slows it up, settles things down, drops it back to his 18 for Burtz. His pass ahead for Ross Smith. Third to the outside, but got away from him. Richardson in as he avoids a slide tackle. Now on in front, Richardson and Patterson with a shot. He drives it in, just missing the right post out over the end line. A goal kick for the Rhinos. Well, Rochester, another giveaway, another turnover, leads to a shot attempt. 25th minute. 1-0 in favor of the Charleston Battery. Vallow will place the ball. Of course, the Rhinos need to settle things down here. Vallow getting set. With the right foot. Sends it through midfield. Delicott up, but couldn't get a hold of it. Now Smith will head it across midfield. Delicott in underneath it, off the chest, tried to sneak it through, but in behind is Akwari. Right foots it out through midfield. That comes down to the center circle. Tipped forward by Palguda for Guppy. And now he'll left-footed for it. In behind, Akwari will head it back to the keeper on one hot grab by Hudak. Charleston keeper. Rusty Hudak, of course, the former Rhino. 6'3", 188, a 35-year-old from Phoenix. Out of midfield. Pass to the center circle, but intercepted by Guppy, brought away, and he'll roll it ahead for Younger. Drives it upfield, 35, sneaks it through on the right side, Hines after it, and the ball tackled away by Wilson out of the near side. Foot race for the ball, as Younger gets a hold of it, moving in now, Richardson. As a foul is called, and Richardson goes right after the assistant on the right side, and the center ref moves over to step in. Rhinos will have a free kick. Caught it 15 yards out, right wing side. And Guppy will move over to put it in play. Steve Guppy, ever so accurate on his crosses, on his set pieces. On the restarts, two-man wall. Guppy sends it in the box for the back post. Up in the air, that went loose. And out over the end line, off of the Rhinos. And Hudak came out, but he couldn't get to it. He went down, and the ball, however, was wide and off of the Rhinos and out. So a goal kick. Laid off the right wing and brought forward now by the Battery. Charleston leading here tonight 1-0. Lead ahead for Fuller. He'll slide it through out of the near side. Akwari settles it off the left toe. Drops it back in the middle. That is Wilson to the outside, and now across midfield for Patterson, turning toward the middle, runs into Smith, trying to get loose. It's made ahead for Alavano, and then rolls it to the outside, and moving up is Armstrong. Has it around the Rochester 25, switching to the left foot cross in front, but that went hammered away by Ball. It's picked up again. Fuller feed forward, Alavano to the outside of the right wing for Armstrong. A left-footed chip coming down to the 20, headed away by Burtz into the middle, and a race for the ball where it's settled there by Alavano. Spinning back, has it 25 yards out. Pass on the right side, stepping up as Earls to intercept. The Rhinos will carry it away. Head for Younger, drops it to the outside for Guppy. His pass across midfield for Earls. His switched, and as his legs take it out from underneath him, by Nyland, the foul is called, and the Rhinos will have the restart just across the midfield line. 28th minute. Charleston tonight leading 1-0, but in the two-game total goal series, the Rhinos up 2-1. Of course, the next goal scored by Charleston would mean that the series would be all even up. Rhinos obviously wanting to regain their two-goal lead. Earls left foot. Down to the 18. Headed in the air. In underneath it. Hines takes a first-time crack at it. He had it bending down, but not enough bend. As it is slided over the crossbar. Not a play. Well, gets a shot away. Man, when he gets a hold of him, he's got a cannon. That one got under it just a little too much. 29th minute. Still 1-0 Charleston. Hudak with the right foot. Sends it through midfield, stepping up Burtz, heads it right back across midfield. Younger heads it off into the center circle. Tiger settles the ball, and now to the outside. Hines up the right wing, draws it forward. Ryan Hines, who had 5 stitches after that head-to-head collision with Delicott last game, rolls it to the end line. Wilson blocking, and Hines can't get to it. It's out over the end line, and a goal kick for the Battery. Charleston goal kick. Sponsors of these broadcasts include Dr. Donald Dudley, the official chiropractor for the Rhinos. You can find him at healthsourcechiropractic.com or on the phone at 225-6430 to set an appointment. Also, Pellegrino's Deli Cafe, always fresh, always fast, always delicious. And by the Harrow East Athletic Club on the web at harroweast.com. Midfield, Palguda. Center circle to Guppy. He looks around, now switching to the outside and moving up the left wing, overlapping is Earls. Pulls it forward, drops it back for Guffey. And on the attack to the outside for Earls again on the left wing, drawing it forward. Down to the 25. Nifty step over on the ball, turns back to the outside. Guffey now will deliver it down from the back post in. Hudak reaches out with an off hand and hauls it down as Delicott was right there at the back post and waiting for the ball. Great save by Hudak. That was close. That's perhaps the best penetration the Rhinos have had tonight. Delivered through midfield. Quick to the outside. Patterson along the near wing. Richardson drops it back his own side of midfield. Wilson left foots it all the way through into open space, and the ball rolling down inside the box will be taken by Vallo. 31st minute. Battery having scored back in the 12th minute as Alonso, who had 5 goals in the regular season, picks up his first goal to the playoffs. Vallo, volley kick through midfield. Brought in underneath it, settled by Armstrong for Alonso. He'll tip it to the outside, then chase after it. Hurl's chasing him. Spinning back, Armstrong on the left wing. 25 yards out, rolls it off in the middle. It is Armstrong, takes a shot in, but he misses wide right. That feed in front by Alonso. So the shot wide to the right side. And another goal kick for the Rhinos. The other game going on tonight, Vancouver playing at Minnesota. Vancouver coming ahead on that first one by a 2-0 score. As told you earlier, Montreal has defeated Seattle 3-1. Understand there was a bit of I don't know exactly what it was, but I guess it was some wild times in Montreal. But of course, that's Montreal. What do you expect? After it, Smith with the left foot spins, hammers it up into the stands. That'll be out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Battery at midfield, back to their own side of midfield. Taken there by Reda. He'll turn the lay it all the way back down to Hudak. Comes outside the box, rolls it ahead. Now sends a line drive kick through midfield. Off they go, but headed away by Birch. As the ball off in the far wing, and Guppy being pushed around as he looks at the center ref, gets nowhere, no sympathy, and the ball now passed toward the middle for Laveno. Switching it off on the near side of midfield for Wilson. Ice it ahead into the middle for Fuller. And to the outside of the right wing, and moving up on the play is Nyland. To the outside along the right wing. It's a return pass from Armstrong. Nyland again, left-footed cross down inside. Smith will first time it away. Underneath it, Ben Younger to Tiger. As he's challenged and bumped by Wilson, the ball blocked ahead. And given back to Alonso, moving in right foot, blocked by Birchall on the 18. And now it is booted away. And a foul is called on the Rhinos. Directly in the middle, just outside the 18, call it 19 yards out, directly in the middle of the field. Down on the field was a Rochester player, I'm not sure who that was. Was it Minyonger even, as the attacker Fuller went flying over top of the Rhino player who was down on the pitch. So the foul is called. And a direct kick for the Battery. A great spot here. Rhinos have just about everybody on the wall at the right about the 12. Several players in behind. Alonso, right footer. Armstrong, left footer. Wall is set. Just about everybody in the wall. Vallo looking from the left post. Now moves back in the middle of the frame. And Alonso backs away. And it looks like it'll be Armstrong, but puts it right into the wall. The ball blocked all the way out. Here midfield. Reda pass ahead. Turning after it. Alavanya with the left foot down to the 18. That's headed away and out by Smith, the far end of the box, and chase after. Dropping it back. Out near midfield on the right side. Pass up the wing by Aguari. And another cross through the box out of the near side for the back post. Headed back in the middle. And now it's headed away on the near side and out by Smith. Rolling out of bounds. A throw in on the near side for the Battery. About 15 yards out. Charleston has come to play in this one, I'll tell you. Wilson sends it down inside. Smith first timing it away. And Fitzpatrick able to tip it all the way out near the middle circle. Cover to the midfield line. Backcourt goes Wilson. Toward the middle for Retta. Looks to the outside of the right wing, but maintains control. Turns back as he's chased by Menyonger. He'll drop it all the way back to the keeper. Hudak. With the right foot out through midfield. That's headed into Rhino territory by Smith out of the near wing, but stepping in underneath it is Wilson to bring it forward into Rochester territory. He's run off the ball from behind by Delicott, but gets it back again. Up in the air they go. That's headed aside by Wilson, and now Alavanya will switch to the right wing. Stepping in, Guppy couldn't get to it. Armstrong, that one back near midfield, headed forward. Nyland now nodded away by Smith out of the near side, and up with it is Wilson for the battery once again. Draws it forward in the middle. That's stepping in to tip it away is Talguda. All brought forward, however, recovered once again by Charleston. Fuller sends it to the outside, and now it's right-footed up the wing by Nyland. This will roll to the end line, and up to grab it in the second half is Vallow. Foul being called on Charleston anyway. 36 minutes from the Blackbud Stadium, and a 1-0 lead for the battery. Having scored in the 12th minute to get to within one of the two-game total goal series. Rochester still on top, 2-1. Vallow directing traffic. At the right foot. Fine drive kick through midfield. Delicott bumped from behind, couldn't go up for the ball, and the foul is called on Fuller. Can't believe he actually turns to argue about that one. I can't believe actually he hasn't been called several times already. Guppy sets the ball this 40 yards out, a little bit to the left of center. Guppy set to put it in play. There's the service, pounds it down inside the box, and then would flick to the outside along the near wing. It'll roll out. It'll be a throw-in for the Rhinos, 10 yards out on the right wing. Moving over for the throw-in is Hines. Ryan Hines got pretty good distance on the throw-in. And here it is. Sends it down inside the 18, but that one headed away and out. Chase down, Earls in underneath it. They'll draw it to the outside of the left wing for Guppy. Looking to pull it forward. Watch 1v1 with Armstrong to the outside for Earls. Checking back on the ball. Gives it to Guppy once again. As he's bumped, trying to get it behind. That's knocked away and now carried upfield by Charleston. Alavanya on the attack through the midfield circle. Sends it to open space on the right side. Guppy chasing, but getting there first is Armstrong. Right-footed cross inside. Burt's is back to boot that one high in the air and out the far wing. Earls brings it forward. On the left wing, turns back to get away from Alavanya. Rolls it back. Guppy to the outside, up the left wing. Ahead to Menyonger, turns it forward. Begins to draw it out to the midfield line. Johnny Menyonger on the attack. As he's taken down from behind, the foul is called. By the way, the Rochester players available for substitution tonight include Krummelmeyer, Antunes, Greger, Stevers, Bunsu, and Marcina. Those are the players that are available for substitution for the Rhinos here tonight. And for the battery, Williams, Spicer, King, Kenga, Cincerillo, and Moore. And that is Lester Moore, not additionally or whatever. You get the picture. On the restart, Earls with the left foot. Drives it down to the 25. Delicott able to flick it to the outside for Hines. Has it on the near wing. Moving forward, looking back toward the middle. Overlapping his ball. Hines has it, drawing it forward. Now he'll right foot it in for the back post. And Hudak out to his three to haul it down. Throws it out on the far wing for Armstrong. Back toward the middle, carried forward, but spinning around is Retta. Drops it off for Nyland. First timing and a left footer through midfield. That one will hook out of bounds on the far side to throw in for the Rhinos. Throw in for the Rhinos from their own 40. Out the left wing side. Danny Earls to take the throw in. 39th minute. Charleston tonight leading 1-0. Two-game total goal series. The Rhinos are up 2-1. What they say, two? It's 1-0 Charleston. Tipped forward by Menyonger, but then he turns and he's taken down and a foul is called. So the Rhinos now will have the free kick. 45 yards out off the left wing. Now the 40th minute as Menyonger is slow getting up. The ref helps him up. Says, come on, get up, get going. Now the Rhinos bench also is up. And now beginning to warm up. We've had one Charleston player that's been warming up down on the sidelines. I think that's King. On the restart, here's Guppy with the left foot. Sends a high one down in the box. That one knocked down, but the whistle to stop play. And now we got guys going after Palguda, and Delicott steps in. Everybody steps in. All the players moving in, including the linesman. Everybody's in there. As all of a sudden they came up, they started going after Palguda. Tempers are getting a little short, to say the least. Bunch of pushing and shoving going on, but the players are moving away now. Referee calling Palguda over. Talking to him. Fuller, of course, is in the mix as usual. And talking to the referee, and it looks like it's going to be a yellow card. Yes, it is a yellow to Scott Palguda, and he wants to know why. He's talking to the ref about that one. So Palguda draws the caution here in the 41st minute. And we'll have the free kick for the Battery. 41st minute. Charleston up 1-0 today. Having scored back in the 12th minute. And the goal was scored by Ozzy Alonso, 22-year-old from Cuba, San Cristobal, Cuba. Ball placed. Hudak will take the kick. Fights it through midfield, stepping up. Palguda heads that one up in the air, and underneath it is Tiger. Now the whistle is blown, and Fuller now is going to get the yellow as he gave Tiger a pretty good bump. Fuller is going to go after and talk to the referee. 42nd minute. So one yellow each side. And the ref, Doug Wolf, trying to gain control of what's going on here. Of course, the tempers were pretty hot the last game. And it's carried over to this one. What else is to be expected, of course, for the playoffs? Looks like we'll see Williams getting ready to check in for a Battery. All right, so the ball will be put back in play by Birch. The referee says back up, so he draws it to his own side of midfield. Birch backing up on the ball. Now with the right foot, will hammer it out through midfield all the way down to the 18. That's flicked forward by Palguda, but knocked down and driven away out of the box. That's floated out by Fuller through midfield. Birch turning back for it. That went rolling deep into Rhino territory. Birch back lays it off in the box for Bello, and he'll first time it away with the left foot. Edford Tiger blocks it forward to the center circle for Menyunger. Draws it to the outside. Hines on the near wing. Will he get to it? Yes, he is able to tackle it. Slide in underneath it to keep it in play. And a pass forward blocked further by Menyunger. The Rhinos recover the ball. Menyunger chips it through. Delicott can't get in behind Aquari, and the ball rolls down inside the box where it's grabbed by Hudak. Side ball, he kicks into high floater all the way down to the Rochester 35 and back for Smith. Heads it forward, but Olivano blocks it as he's bothered from behind by Palguda. Drops it off there. Armstrong spinning around, lays it back in the center circle for Fuller. To his own side of midfield to Aquari, to the outside of the near wing for Moore, across the midfield line. Chased by Hines. Moore still has it. His own side of midfield, off into the middle. Retta through midfield, but stepping up neatly to intercept his Earls. Great anticipation, draws it forward. Has Delicott along with him, and looks to the outside. He'll lay it to the outside for Guppy. Moving up on the left wing side, down to the 18, at the far corner of the box. A little step over, now roller along the 6 down inside, and the ball sitting there, but the Rhinos can't get to it. Fitzpatrick chasing after it. Draws it to the outside of the left wing once again. He'll give it off to Guppy. Little cross this time in the middle, punched away by Hudak. After the 18, stepping in Earls, but couldn't come away with the ball. On forward, Fuller drives it off in the middle for Olivano into the center circle. Burke stepping in. Got a piece of it as it's deflected through midfield. Olivano chasing, and Earls sliding in on the ball. That's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Battery. 44th minute, the pace picking up here at Blackbaud Stadium. Fought forward by Alonso, the goal scorer. 35 yards out on the left wing side to Wilson in Rhino territory. He'll then play it back in toward the middle. Dropped off Armstrong to the outside of the near wing. Wilson, 1v1 with Hines, makes it through. And Hines reaching in behind will hold him off, and the foul is called. Free kick for Charleston. 25 yards out, left wing side. Calling for the substitution. And Enhauser, the coach, says, no, wait a minute. All right, so it looks like it's on Richardson, I believe, to take the kick, a one-footed kicker. Goes high in the box and headed away out the near side. Hines in underneath it. Turns back with the ball. Pass off. And Younger drops it. Ball after it. His pass ahead, but blocked and taken back by the battery. On the left wing at the end of the box. Dropped out top. Armstrong with a left foot across in front. Headed away by Smith. In the middle along the 18. Earls gets to it. And then he'll hammer it away out near midfield. On forward once again by the battery. 45th minute. Nearing halftime. Ball dropped off in the center circle. Play to the outside. Nobody's here on the near wing, and it rolls out. Throw in on the near side. Well, now the battery want their change. How to make a change here? Well, there's 3 minutes of additional time, 3 minutes of stoppage time, as the clock is stopped at 45. And we will have a substitution. Coming in is Williams in the 45th minute. And it looks like it's Nyland coming off. And Nyland is out. And so Williams moves in, and will he be the right back to replace Nyland? Here's the throw-in along the near side, but out of bounds. 3 minutes of stoppage time. So the Rhinos give that one away as the ball in front, and Smith gets a hold of it, gets a foot on it, blocks it off on the near side. After it, Hines puts it away off the foot of Richardson and out. Throw-in on the near side for the Rhinos. Ball with the throw-in. Out the right wing side, deep to the corner. And Younger up, but couldn't get to it. That blocked away and out of bounds on the near side. It'll be a throw-in for the Rhinos now, about 35 yards out on the near side of the field. Stoppage time. Charleston up 1-0. Ball with the throw-in. Goes to the end line for Fitzpatrick, but stepping in behind Fuller will head it away and out of bounds. Deep in the corner. Another throw-in for the Rhinos. Right wing side about a yard out. Ball with the throw-in. Just about a corner kick. Steps up. Here it is. High into the box. Delicate up, but couldn't get to it. Comes down one big bounce and pulled down at the 2 by Hudak. As the ball rolls it ahead. Stoppage time. About a minute to go in the first half. There's Hudak. Drives it through midfield. Smith up, but headed away to the outside and out of bounds. That off of Smith. It'll be a throw-in on the near side for the battery. That's across midfield. Richardson stepping up for the throw-in has gained about 10 yards before making the throw-in. Now along the near side, Tiger steps in to steal it away from Fuller. And on the near side, Tiger gets loose, but he's bumped and the foul is called. And we'll have a free kick for the Rhinos. Still to their own side of midfield along the near wing. Ball, placing the ball, will move in to put it back in service. With the right foot. Drives it ahead downfield. In underneath it, Wilson gets the left foot on it. Bangs that one high in the air. Fitzpatrick turns back, tips it toward the middle. Palguda drops it off at the midfield line, and moving up the left side is Earls. Turns back with the ball. He's chased there by Oliveño, trying to get loose. Drops it off, but stepping in Oliveño, and Smith helping out, is able to pound it away and out of bounds to the far side. That off of Oliveño. So it'll be a throw-in for the Rhinos on the far side of the field. Throw it. Earls will move over. I don't know if we'll get this one in play or not, but should be a whistle almost any second. I would assume as soon as the ball's in play, the whistle will stop play. Earls with the throw-in. Yes, there it is. The whistle blows, and we are at the half. So Charleston did at least what it wanted to do, and that was to get an early goal. I'm sure they'd like to have had another one before halftime, but not the case so far. And the pressure is increased a little bit on the Rhinos here after giving up one at the half from Charleston. It is the Charleston Battery 1, Rochester Rhinos nothing in the 2-game total goal series. Rochester still leading 2-1. Look at what happened in the first half. First goal as we check the first half statistics, which are brought to you by Time Warner. Get all in one. Digital cable, Roadrunner, digital phone, one simple package, one low price. And the one goal scored in the game thus far, the 12th minute. It was Alonso, his first of the playoffs, with John Wilson assisting, and that was the only goal scored in the first half of play. Unofficial stats, I had Charleston leading 7-2. Again, that's unofficial stats. The corner kicks, 3 for the Battery and 1 for the Rhinos. Neither team offsides in that first half. And, I just been handled the official stats. Thank you very much. As Charleston did outshoot the Rhinos 9-2. And fouls were 10 apiece. 3 saves for Scott Vallow, none for Hudak. So certainly you can see the pressure that was applied by the Battery in that first half. Neither team offside, so there's your stats from the official statistician. Thank you very much. Again, we're at the half here at Blackmud Stadium in Charleston. It's the Battery leading 1-0, but in the two-game total goal series, Rochester up by a 2-1 margin. Back with more in a moment. This is the Rhinos Broadcast Network. Blackmud Stadium in Charleston, it is a 1-0 lead for the Battery in this one. And, of course, we heard earlier Montreal defeated Seattle 3-1, coming back in their series. Want to find out about the other game, Vancouver in Minnesota. Joe Giuliano is over at the viewing party at the Distillery. Joe, what's going on in that other game?
Well, Don, we've got two updates quickly for you. Montreal has advanced, and now Vancouver and Minnesota late in the second half are tied at 3 apiece. On aggregate, though, it'll be 5-3 Vancouver right now. So Minnesota needs 2 more goals to push this overtime. And hopefully the Rhinos Don come through tonight and don't give up any more goals and come home to the semifinals.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. Of course, Joe will be back with you post-game from the Distillery to bring you more. And should it stay the way it is right now, then Rochester, as I understand it, will be playing Puerto Rico in that next playoff round, should the Rhinos get through, or Charleston, for that matter, should the Battery get through in this one. All right, tonight's intermission interview is brought to you by Connolly Printing, the official printer of the Rhinos. And talked earlier today with the newest member of this team, Alan Marcina, 28-year-old from Surrey, British Columbia. Asked him about his short stay in Rochester so far, how it's been for him.
I mean, it's been a good experience. It's a nice little city. I enjoy the team. I enjoy, the organization. Everything's top class here, and so far so good.
Now you were in Minnesota, and how did it end up you came to Rochester then?
I mean, they were telling me that Rochester has been asking for me for some time now, and the coaching staff approached me and wondered if I wanted to. They didn't want to let me go, and they refused to let me go. I think it was a month or 6 weeks prior to me leaving, and I just felt at the time I wanted to be a part of a team that goes after championships and long term as well, and I just thought that Rochester would be a perfect fit for myself to further my career.
In Minnesota, you were getting plenty of playing time, all right?
Yeah, I mean, I was doing well. I was doing well for the team. The team, was struggling at that point. I think we were at the bottom of the table, and I mean, like I said, it seemed like a good fit for me. I mean, I enjoyed my time in Minnesota as well, and they treated me very, very good. But again, I just wanted to see long-term. Rochester seemed like a better fit for me.
They come to Rochester, and it's a fight to get playing time, isn't it?
Of course. I mean, Rochester's obviously different from Minnesota, where Rochester's got a good 20-25 players on the team, and everybody's solid. Everybody can step up to the plate and perform. And I mean, that's the nature of professional sports, and that's the environment you want to be a part of.
Let's go back a ways to the beginnings. You're from Vancouver, so a Canadian national, right?
Yeah. Born and raised in Vancouver, and I've been part of the Canadian national team as well, and everything's been great.
Actually born in Surrey, right? Sort of a suburb of Vancouver?
Yeah, Surrey. It's actually a pretty big suburb. Was born and raised there. It's about a half hour from Vancouver.
Did you go through youth soccer the whole time there?
For the most part, I moved around quite a bit. As young, I started out in Richmond and moved to Surrey, but I think at about 14 I started playing in the men's league.
All right, now this may take a while, but you've been all over the world. Run through where all you've been.
Yeah, I've had quite a journey. I started off a couple years in Greece with top league in Greece with PAOK Saloniki. Moved on and played in Denmark top league. I played also in the Australia A-League. I've been on a few USL First Division teams, and now in Rochester.
Any in Vancouver?
Oh, yes, I was in Vancouver as well.
Okay. In the A-League?
Yeah, in the USL First Division, yeah.
Okay. You also went to college in the States, is that right?
Yeah, I went to Barry University in Miami, Florida, and had a great experience there.
How'd you get time for all of this?
I don't know. I guess I get used to this traveling. Ever since a young age, I've been traveling quite a bit. I guess it's just been my genes.
Do you speak many languages at all?
Well, I'm fluent in English and Croatian, and I have a decent understanding of Spanish as well. My wife is Latin. She's from Puerto Rico, so I picked up quite a bit of Spanish.
All these places you've played, is there a favorite?
I wouldn't say it's a favorite. I think every place is new. It's exciting always to get to a new place and has new challenges set. And at now my point in career, I want to stabilize in one place, and I'm hoping that's Rochester.
What's been the toughest away from the field? The toughest place to kind of adapt to?
I don't know.
Kangaroos in Australia. You get that going all over the world.
I think maybe my first experience in Greece was tough because it was my first time living away from home, or I should say living away from like the North American lifestyle. So that was hard to adjust in the beginning, but the people there were good. But again, being away from family, friends, and the way the life is there is obviously a lot different from North America. So that was probably the toughest adjustment period. But again, it only made me stronger, and it brought new challenges in my life, and it was a great experience.
Everywhere you go, is the game the same? Does it change much or what?
It's a soccer ball, 11 players playing, it's pretty much the same. Of course, different countries, different styles of play. Greece is a really technical place. North America, you got a lot of great athletes. Australia kind of got a bit of both. It's pretty much the same, but, certain countries have certain characteristics that stand out more than others.
All right, that's Alan Marcina, the Rochester Rhinos forward, who was picked up late season from Minnesota. And a fine gentleman he is, and times we've seen him play, he's played very well. We'll see if we don't see more of him in the future. We're at the half here in Charleston. It is a 1-0 lead for the Battery over the Rhinos at the half. And we shall continue shortly. This is the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
Salvatore's Pizza. We deliver everything but babies. Let Salvatore's cater your next event, your party, your bash. Salvatore's sub platters, 32-piece sheet pizzas. Salvatore's wrap platters, 100-piece trays of chicken wings, and complete setup and go catering. Salvatore's 234-5555 or online 234-5555.com. Salvatore! 234-5555.
In the second half, the ball played up the wing. Earls heads it away, but out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in on the near side for the Battery. And now Scott Dallow's in goal down to my right. The Rhinos attacking the net to my left here in the second half. A throw-in by Williams along the near wing. One touch right back to him from Fuller, and the plate out at midfield. One substitution for the Rhinos. Luke Krummelmeyer is in as he replaces Ryan Hines here to start the second half. So Krummelmeyer is the right midfielder, and the ball brought upfield by Palguda to the outside. Guppy tried the return pass on the give and go, but intercepted and carried away by the Battery. Drop back. That's then played out toward midfield. Alonso to the outside along the near wing once again, stepping up on the right wing as Williams plays it through midfield. In underneath it, Patterson to the outside for Richardson, getting a foot on it, Earls, but that's blocked away and out. Off of Armstrong and off of Richardson, a throw in on the near side for the Rhinos. No, that is Armstrong. Earls with the throw-in through midfield. Delicott couldn't reach it as he's pushed from behind. Foul is called. Free kick for the Rhinos. 40 yards out off the left wing side. We're in the 47th minute here in the second half. Just getting going. As stepping up, Earls puts it in play. A feed through to Menyonger down to the 20. Switching back to the right foot. Can't get a shot away. Drops it off, and that's chipped down inside the box by Palguda as Delicott stopped his run. That's out over the end line. A goal kick for the Battery. Well, quite a few fouls in that first half. Each team had 10 fouls in that first half. So a very physical type of a game. We'll see if it'll continue here in the second half. The ball through midfield, stepping up. Ball able to jam it forward. Krummelmeyer turning back in the midfield circle. He'll drop it back down to Vallo. Luke Krummelmeyer, the former Charleston Battery player. High ball flighted through midfield as Delicott bumped from behind. That's pounded high in the air coming out of the midfield line. Earl stepping in as he runs through Armstrong, and the foul is called on Earl, so it'll be a throw-in on the near side for the Battery near midfield. Thor setting the ball at the right foot. Sends a high floater off on the left wing side as the ball knocked down to the far end of the box. Ball pushing, and the ball is carried away off the left wing across down inside, headed away and out by Smith, but in underneath it, brought forward by Wilson. Stepping up, turns, and back to help out. Delicott gets to it, and the ball then is pounded away out through midfield by Ball, and back for it go the Battery. On the outside, Macquarie playing it back toward the middle. Long is 35 to Retta. Switching back once again as he's watched by Menyonger to the left side for Macquarie. Takes the look and the right foot through midfield. Stepping in underneath, the ball will head it back at the midfield line. That's settled by Olivano on a tip ahead as the ball is knocked down. Settled momentarily, then carried forward up the left wing as it's brought down to the far end of the box. Stepping inside, Burt steps in the way, takes it away, turns and drives it with the left foot out toward midfield. Delikai gets a hold of it as he's tripped up, taken down. Play goes on, and the Rhinos quite upset as the ball now is played down to the 18, headed away by Smith. On the far wing, settled off the right toe. Carried away, Richardson on the left wing side. Trying to get loose, bothered there by Smith. So they bump, and it rolls to the end line. A cross knocked down by Smith. Off of Smith out over the end line, and a corner kick. Corner for the Battery. 49th minute. 1-0 lead for Charleston in this game. Looks like we'll be seeing Andrew Greger checking in for the Rhinos. Greger will be checking in. Right-footed kick. In-swinging kick coming. There's the service high in the box for the back post. And flighted through. And rolling out over the end line. Is it bent out over the end line? A goal kick for the Rhinos. Rochester goal kick. Let's check in once again with Joe Giuliano. Find out what's going on the other game. Vancouver at Minnesota. What's that? Joe, you there? All right. Minnesota won the game 4-3, but Vancouver wins it 5-4 on aggregate. So again, Minnesota 4-3. However, Vancouver holds on the total goals and wins it 5-4. Andrew Greger is in, and Steve Guppy is out on the substitution here in the 50th minute. Again, that is Greger replaces Guppy. And that's the second substitution of the night for the Rhinos. Out on the near wing, right wing side, Armstrong being battled by Earls as the ball played back across midfield. Up with it, carried forward by Retta. Turns it to the outside along the near wing, the right wing side. Williams blasts it through midfield. However, no help there. It rolls all the way down to the Rochester 18. Now lets it roll inside the box. He'll wait and finally picks up the ball as Olivano pressures. Scott Vallow with the right foot, a high floater through midfield. Face down on the near wing, a big bounce on the ball along the near touchline, getting to it. Greger able to keep it in, giving it off to Menyonger. Turns toward the middle, has it 25 yards out, spinning around, drops it for Tiger to the outside of the left wing and carried forward by Earls. Looks back, he'll drop it off. Now chipped up the wing by Tiger to the end line and getting to it. Retta trying to play it away, blocked by Greger, man out over the end line, and once again a goal kick for the Charleston Battery. 51st minute from Blackbud. Charleston scoring back in the 12th minute. Alonso with the goal. So once again, Minnesota tonight wins the game over Vancouver 4-3. Real defensive battle there. And of course, Vancouver then wins it 5-4 in total goals. The other one, Seattle had the lead coming into tonight, but Montreal wins it 3-1, so they win in total goals 4-3. And out of bounds on the near side, and a throw in for the Rhinos. Earls will take the throw in from his own 15 along the near side. There's the throw in up the wing. Flick forward by Delicott. As the ball knocked down, Fuller plays it forward, sneaks it through, and the ball will roll all the way down near the end line. So it will be in the semifinals, Vancouver meeting Montreal. And then Puerto Rico will take on either the Rhinos or the Battery. High ball flighted through midfield by Vallow. That one headed down, stepping in underneath it. Balgood able to nod it forward. Now over that one is booted high in the air on the near side. Armstrong touching it back. Williams turning back with the ball as he's watched by Greger. He'll play it back in the box, and Hudock has to first time it away, but puts it out of bounds on the near side. And right into the hands of Darren Tilley in front of his bench. Coach Tilley still the team leader in so many categories in the playoffs. Or Darren Tilley was looking at the all-time list earlier today, and he's still well up there, leading Rochester in points in the playoffs, goals in the playoffs, assists in the playoffs, across the way. As a player goes down, a foul is called, and the yellow card will be issued to Ross Smith. Another caution to the Rhinos, this one in the 53rd minute. So the free kick for the Battery. 35 yards out off the left wing side. And looking at Tilley's numbers in his playoff games with the Rhinos, 26 goals, or 10 goals rather, and 6 assists, 26 points. And he doesn't even show up in the number of games played list, so that's down in the box. It comes through the 6 out the near end, rolling to the corner as Delicott able to tip it out over the touchline that he's sent flying. Andrew Greger having a few words for the center ref. Left the ball out of bounds. It'll be foul is called, a free kick for the Rhinos. Delicott getting up slowly and gets up and begins to walk away. Vallow over to take the kick out of the corner. Again, the 54th minute here in Charleston. Scott Vallow setting the ball. As he backs up, getting ready to put it in play with the right foot. Hammers it out through midfield. Head ball up in the air. Greger tried to get in behind. Earls will volley it through midfield. Delicott able to flick it forward. Menyonger in behind trying to get by Williams. And that one rolls away. Down to the box, and Hudak with the right foot. He'll pound a high floater out near midfield. Burt's heads it high in the air. Smith stepping in behind, but Olivanyo nods it forward. Talguda able to then head it off into the center circle, and Fitzpatrick drops it back on the near wing. Earls gets to it with the left foot and quickly sends it out toward midfield, but now it's volleyed downfield into Rhino territory. A couple of big bounces. Gallo moving out, has to hustle, first timing it away on the far wing. Underneath it, Wilson touching it up the left wing side. Brought ahead by the Battery, turned back toward the middle. Rolling off Olivanyo in the middle, watched by Talguda, tried to spin loose. Drops it off for Fuller. Ian Fuller looks back to the right foot side and now lays it to the outside on the near wing for Williams. He'll chase it down, goes along the near touch for Armstrong, dropping it back once again for Williams. Pass toward the middle, where it's taken by Alonso to the outside. Once again, Armstrong spinning to get away from Earls. Being chased to the end line. Down the box, drives it through, and in behind his ball, out along his 6 to pound it in the air, and out near midfield, stepping up Menyonger. Gets the right foot on it, knocks the ball down, comes away. Menyonger slows it up. Throws along his 40 out of the near side for Fitzpatrick. Turns to get away, chases behind. Now he's knocked over from behind by Patterson. The ball is knocked away. The Battery take it back. In the middle. Recovered by Charleston. Pass out toward the center circle. Fuller drawing it across the midfield line. We're in the 56th minute. That's left back at the midfield line and taken by the Battery. Akwari, as he approaches the center circle, switching to the outside of the near wing for Williams and across midfield. Up back at the midfield line, played through. Burt stepping in, gets a foot on it, and that's blocked out of bounds. Throw in on the near side for the Battery. Armstrong will go deep to the corner. Is chased after by Olivanyo, and Smith steps in to knock it loose. But Olivanyo turns after the ball in the corner, lays it back for Armstrong. On the near touchline, got away from him, rolls out. Throw in for the Rhinos from their own 10 on the near side. 57th minute. Charleston up 1-0 today, but in total goals, it's 2-1 in favor of the Rhinos. Earls. Throw in along the near wing. Delicott was being grabbed onto, and finally the whistle blows. A foul is called, so a free kick for the Rhinos from their own 35 on the near wing. Earls will put the ball in play. 57th minute. Charleston scoring back in the 12th minute. Alonso with the goal, assisted by Wilson. Earls with the left foot. Lights it through midfield. Delicott up. Able to flick it forward for Menyonger. 25 yards out. He'll lay it to the open right wing side. Running onto the ball is Kremmelmeyer as he's watched there by John Wilson. Kremmelmeyer down to the far corner of the 18. Pulls it toward the end line. Looking for a cross, but blocked away. Out top. Moving in. Ball with a shot. That's blocked away. And the loose ball carried away by Fuller. Out to midfield. Taken by Patterson as he's watched there. Smith will get a foot on it to deflect it away. And Fitzpatrick turns and drives it downfield once again. Rolling down inside the box. Hudak lays it away up the right wing for Williams. A pass ahead. Armstrong coming back to help out. As he'll switch to the left wing side. Wilson after it. Turns along the far touchline. Watched by Kremmelmeyer. Pass up the wing, but blocked out of bounds. As the giveaway will turn the ball over to the Rhinos for a throw-in just across midfield. On the right wing side. Rhinos waiting for a ball. 58th minute. Rochester trying to hold on now with a 1-goal slim lead in the aggregate. Ball with the throw-in. Out the right wing side. That's headed in the air, and in underneath it is Tiger to draw it forward. Sneaks it through, but on the other side, it's taken away by the battery. Right away by Alonso. To the outside on the near wing for Williams. Turns back toward the middle, chased by Gregor. Sneaks it through midfield for Alavano. Gregor comes back, runs into him, steps in, and foul is called on the Rhinos. So it'll be a free kick for the battery. Alonso, quick start, trying to get it off to Alavano, and does, to the outside for Williams. Stepping in, Gregor gets a foot on it to knock it away and out. Another throw in on the near side this time for the battery. Quick throw into Alonso, and stepping into intercept, taken away Menyonger for Gregor up the left wing side to Delica. Turning back with the ball as he's double teamed. It's still kept in play and brought away by Alonso. To the outside along the near wing for Armstrong. Boy, there's not much room to move out there as the lanes are closed down immediately when the ball is touched. As finally it's switched out into the center circle. Aquari with a pass ahead. Patterson checking back. Drops it off at the midfield line for Fuller, and he'll then pass it on the return up the left wing side. Laid off into the middle for Lavagno. Looking to through ball, and the ball blocked away. Shot knocked down, and the ball will be carried away out of the box. Stepping in, Lavagno. Left footer in, that one blocked and not over the end line. Goal kick for the Rhinos. Of course, the fans are wanting a call there. As Aquari was taken down and tackled. And no call from referee Doug Wolf. And the fans are very upset. So it's a goal kick. Sponsors of these broadcasts include AT&T Mobility, Your World Delivery, Food Lake, Abundant Shared, and by 20-Toe Photo, official photographer of the Rhinos at 20toephoto.com. Through midfield. Well, that gets the fans making some noise. They start stomping their feet. Back after the battery. That one played high in the air. Is then pushed up the wing. Krummelmeyer after it. That's blocked away and out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Rhinos from the 35. We're now into the 61st minute here at Blackbot. Throw in ball. Down inside the 18. Menyonger pushed. That play goes on. The ball brought away by Fuller of the battery. Out the left wing side toward the middle. Stepping up is Earls. As he lost it momentarily, back in behind, Alavano steals it back. Now across midfield, has it center circle, drops it off to Alonso. Turns it to the outside, Williams moving up the right wing. To the outside, Earl steps in, tackles it away and out of bounds. Gregor, rather, he's going to get a yellow card. That's a bad call right there because Gregor got all ball. Gregor slid in, he got a hold of the ball and pushed it out. That was not a good call. And this will be a yellow card issued to Gregor. Here in the 61st minute. So a free kick for the battery. 30 yards out, right wing side. As the pace again starts to pick up here. Armstrong getting set to serve it up. He's a left-footed kicker, and this kick coming off the right wing side, so he'll swing it down into the box. No, he goes out top. Alavano has it from 25. There's a crack of the ball, and that one knocked down and driven away out. And Younger able to settle it. Rolls it to the outside along the near wing for Gregor. Left foots it up the wing, but that one's spinning out of bounds. Throw in on the near side for the battery, 40 yards out. Quick throw in ahead for Alavano. Back toward midfield for Fuller. And then turn to the outside on the left wing. The ball headed down inside the box. Big bounce to the ball. Ball stepping in behind. He's taken down. And the foul is called the other way. And it's getting a little rough out there. All right. Free kick for the Rhinos. Just inside the far corner of the 18. 63rd minute. It is a 1-0 lead for the battery in this game. And 2-1 lead for the Rhinos in aggregate score. Vallow set with the right foot. They'll hammer it out through midfield. Up they go, the ball bouncing through, and one hop over top of Menyonger rolls down inside the box where it's scooped up by Hudak. Dusty Hudak Side volley kick, low line drive kick into the center circle, a bounce on the ball, played forward, but stepping in underneath it, Smith, however, that one deflected aside, played on the wing, and Earls will take it back for the Rhinos. To the outside, Greger, approaching midfield, watched by Armstrong, goes wide to the left wing side, deep to open space in the corner for Delicott. Draws it down near the end line. Delicott has it, pulling it down inside the box, laying it off. Moving up is Greger to help out. Left-footed cross, back post side. That one sneaking through, headed out over the end line by Aguari. It'll be a corner kick for the Rhinos. Rochester corner. And it's been a long time since we've seen any action at that end of the field, as the battery have pretty well tied the Rhinos up in their own end. Corner to be taken by Andrew Greger here in the 64th minute. 1-0 in favor of Charleston. Next goal would even it up, and it would be a whole new series. That's the next goal if it was scored by Charleston. Or the next goal if it was scored by Rochester would be a little bit of a breathing room. Now down inside, head ball, but up over top and down over the end line. That hitter coming from Ross Smith. So it'll be a goal kick for the battery. Sponsors of these broadcasts include Free Time Magazine, Western New York's art and entertainment guide. Lamont Awards and Apparel, your choice for honoring your team, company, or special person. By Time Warner, get all in one. Digital cable, digital phone, Roadrunner, one package, save hundreds. All downfield, foul called. Rhinos will have a free kick. Burt's back for the ball. We're into the 65th minute here at Blackbot. After losing all three straight during the regular season to the battery, the Rhinos trying to make it two in a row against Charleston, having won on Friday night at Paytech 2-0. Burt's with the right foot, drives it forward. Krummelmeyer, 20 yards out, tried to pass back, but the ball blocked away, recovered by the battery. In the middle, Armstrong lays it to the outside on the left for Wilson. He'll work forward for the battery. Krummelmeyer chasing him from behind. It's across midfield. Ball helping out, but Wilson still with it. Off into the middle for Alaveno. Drops it back in midfield, and moving up the right side is Williams. On the near wing, down to the Rochester 35. Looks back toward the middle, pass off in the middle for Fuller. And he'll switch it off to the left wing side. Touch forward, moving up with the play. Wilson in the middle for Alaveno. Give and go. Return pass blocked away by Krummelmeyer. Then he's bumped off the ball by Wilson. Down inside, moving in a shot. And it's chipped across the goal mouth and rolling to the corner. We'll make it out over the touchline. So cross down inside by the battery, close to the goal mouth, but out. Throw in for the Rhinos deep in the corner. Earls will move over for the throw in. The ref says, speed it up, get over there. And he was, of course, trying to waste as much time as possible walking over. Earls in the corner. Here's the throw in. On the near wing, Delicott able to flick it toward the middle, stepping in Smith, but that's blocked away. Now Menyunger chasing but can't get to it. It's recovered by the battery. Turned forward but blocked away by Krummelmeyer. Right back at the midfield line. And underneath it is Wilson. Turns to the outside of the left wing, being chased there by Menyunger. Spins back, switching back. Fuller drops it to his own side of midfield, stepping up the center circle into the outside of the near wing for Williams. As Greger closes him down, but Williams comes away with the ball. Pass in the middle, too far ahead, and stepping up his ball. The Rhinos take it back from Menyunger. To the right side, carried forward by Krummelmeyer up the wing. 67th minute. Krummelmeyer on the right wing side all the way down to the 20. Drops it back, Menyunger, 30 yards out. On the right wing side again for Krummelmeyer. And now a return pass in front, but he hits Menyunger on the backside. And the ball is played out near midfield. Stepping up is Smith. Takes it off the chest. Drops it back at the midfield line for Ball. John Ball on the right wing, ahead for Krummelmeyer, down to the 35, turns, moves upfield to the corner. At the far corner of the box, drawing it down inside, across along the 6, down inside, but Armstrong is there, left foots it away out of bounds on the far side. Throw in for the Rhinos. Of course, this is the time when the clock, it seems like, almost comes to a grinding halt. It's so slow. We have a Charleston player down on the pitch. 68th minute. And the referee calling to switch it up. Looks like maybe a foot cramping up. We are going to have a substitution anyway. Richardson out and Kenga coming in for Charleston. So 68th minute. Kenga is in. And Richardson will be coming off. Again, 68th minute. That's the second sub of the game for the Battery. So into the match is David Kenga, 25-year-old from Kenya, out of Winthrop University, down inside, and that's played away. But stepping up is Birch to head it right back down inside the 18. Knotted away by Williams to the outside, and after it on the near wing goes Greger. On the left wing side, tackled away and out of bounds. So in for the Rhinos. Nicely set up. Greger just, what he does is he sets the ball right there on the touchline. Armstrong comes in to tackle it away, and Greger just jumps in the air, and the ball goes off of Armstrong and out over the touchline. Pretty nifty move. On the end line, play back in front. Earls with the cross down inside, but that's headed away out top. Where's cracking the ball by Krollmeyer off the left foot. That's off of a Charleston player and wide and out over the end line. So Krollmeyer gets a strike at the ball, and it'll be a corner kick for the Rhinos. And off the left wing, which will be taken by Krollmeyer. 69th minute. 1-0 in favor of Charleston. Krollmeyer, right-footed kicker. He'll swing it in. Here's the service. High for the back post. That's in behind, knocked down, and there it squirts through out the other end of the box, and Rhinos can't get to it. So a goal kick now for the Battery. Charleston goal kick. Sponsors of these broadcasts include Nothnagel, Rochester's full-service realtor. Marina Dodge, grab life by the horns. That's Dodge. And by the Pita Pit, where it's all about fresh thinking and healthy eating. Through midfield, flick forward by Fuller. However, foul is called in the push-off. So the Rhinos will have the free kick at midfield. Birch to take the kick. Left the right foot, drives it up the left wing side, but he puts it over Greger and out. 70th minute. As the Rhinos turn it over, a throw in for the Battery from their own 35. Throw in near midfield, but right to Earls. The Rhinos have it. Palguda able to pop it forward. Delicott flicks it toward the middle. On the 20, but recovered by Aguari. As drive outfield, but Fitzpatrick able to knock it down to Palguda. Hit for Greger. Has it 35 yards out, looking for the through ball, but blocked away and recovered again by the Battery. Out to Armstrong. Turning back. Pass near midfield, stepping up. Smith pounds out in the air downfield, and a big bounce inside the 18, grabbed by Hudak. At his own 8. Hudak looks around. Again, that side volley kick drives it through midfield. Smith back, able to nod it aside. Earls will chase it down along the near wing, getting to it. And Patterson pressures him. Earls with the left foot. And he'll float it through midfield. Headed away out of the near side by Retta, but out of bounds. So in at midfield on the near side for the Rhinos. Rochester throw it. Now the 71st minute. Earl stepping up for the throw in. Waiting for a ball. Looks around and there's still players for the Rhinos up and warming up. Antunes, Sievers, Bonsu, Marcina all available for substitution for the Rhinos. Through midfield. After it, Alonso is back. Chased by Tiger. Alonso still has it on the left wing and a pass out near midfield. That's Wilson with a touch on the ball. Not headed away and out. Right off the Rhinos. A throw in for the Battery from their own side of midfield. Coach Tilley's calling for another substitution. It looks like it is going to be Anna Marcina. Will be called out. The ball is brought forward and tackled away all the way downfield by Smith. Back for it go the Battery. Hudak to the outside of the near wing, and ahead is Williams. Out the right wing side, approaching midfield. His right-footed tip through midfield, blocked away and recovered by Greger. Getting to it, Fitzpatrick. Able to play it up the left wing side. Williams back. He'll lay it back to Hudak. So the Battery keeper has the ball. Dribbles it ahead a couple of steps. And then drives it out through midfield. Birch is up. Heads up one, but straight up in the air. Palguda now in underneath it. Knives it also up in the air. Blocked aside into the center circle. Taken by Alonso. The Battery have the ball. Lays it to the outside of the left wing, and here comes Wilson. On the wing, being chased there by Krollmeyer. Trying to draw it loose. Looks for a cross along the 18, but stepping in to play it away is Greger. Pass upfield, then Younger drops it back for Andrew Greger. And his speed forward to Tiger. Drops it off. Palguda one touch to the outside on the right wing. After it goes Krollmeyer. As he could not reach it in time, the ball out over the touchline. It'll be a throw-in on the far side for the Battery. 73rd minute. from Blackbud Stadium in Charleston. The Battery having scored back in the 12th minute to take a 1-0 lead, and in the 2-game total goals, get to within a goal of the Rhinos. Rochester still leading 2-1, but a very slim lead it is, especially since the pressure applied by Charleston. Patterson to the outside on the right wing for Armstrong. He'll cross it for the back post. That one knocked down and booted out over the end line by the Rhinos. Falguda. Corner kick for the Battery. Off the left wing side will be taken by Alavano. Marcina for the Rhinos getting ready to check into the match. Again, the corner kick. Left wing side, right-footed kicker and in-swinger. That's put into the box as Vallow punches it away, and it'll be cleared away and out to midfield by Kremmelmeyer. Back for it go the Battery. Down his own side of midfield, Wilson on the left wing side, drawing it out to the midfield line. Into Rhino territory. Sneaks a pass through. Alavano touching it to the outside. As Kanga gets to it on the left wing, it'll roll down along the 6. That blocked away out over the end line once again. Another corner. Corner kick once again for the Battery. Or is it? No, it looks like maybe it's a goal kick. Yeah, it is a goal kick. Well, the refs seem to be pointing to the corner. All right, so it's going to be Marcina in, and Matthew Delicott will be out here in the 75th minute. 75th minute. Delicott off, and Marcina in. As the Rhinos will give away a little of that size up front, or some fresh legs from Alan Marcina. Dallow with the goal kick here in the 75th minute. At the right foot, hammered out through midfield. Flick forward, Marcina takes it off the shoulder, tried to lay it to the outside, gets it back again. As he turns with the ball into the outside of the near wing, Earls drawing it forward. Looks to the outside, along the near touchline for Gregor, and a give and go, return pass to Earls, but stepping in to take it away is Williams, and the Battery have it. That's jammed up in the air by Retta. That doesn't go anywhere, blocked toward the end line. Williams back, being chased there as he drops it off in the box, and Hudak has to play it. Well, offside flag in the air, offside against the Rhinos. That's the first offside of the match, I think, unofficially as I have it. Was there another one down here? Okay, so that's one against each team so far. All right, there was one down in the box. That's why it wasn't a foul, but an offside. Through midfield, out on the near wing. Gregor gets to it with the left foot, turns and hammers it away downfield. Back goes Williams. Lays it off into the box for Hudak. As he'll left-foot it out through midfield. Center circle, Smith stepping up, but that's headed in the air by Alavano. In underneath it is Tiger. Turns around, draws it forward, and as he's double-teamed, able to tackle it forward from Younger. Back heel, trying to sneak it through to Marcina, but that behind him is carried away by the Battery. To the outside of the near wing, Armstrong dropping it off. Williams has it again, turning back with the ball, being chased by Gregor, puts it off into the box, and Hudak first timing it away, but plays it out on the near wing. Earls in underneath it, able to nod it forward for Gregor. Off the left side, then Earls overlapping. As he's chased there, double-teamed, and goes down. The ball is off of the Battery and out, so it'll be a throw-in for the Rhinos. Another substitution coming up, this time for the Battery, as Spicer getting ready to check into the match. Here in the 77th minute, it'll be Retta out, and Spicer in. Again, this is the 77th minute. Spicer had a goal and 2 assists during the regular season. Darren Spicer, 24-year-old from Diamond Bar, California, last played for the Minnesota Thunder. Throw in deep to the corner. Marcina tackled, goes down. Ball laying on the end line is still kept in play. Marcina, as it got away and out, finally the whistle will blow, but Marcina doing his best to try and waste as much time as possible. 77th minute, that's knocked away by the Rhinos. Recovered in the corner by Gregor. Turns trying to come away as the ball battled for in the end line. That's bite forward by Alonzo and chased back by Earls. The Rhinos get to it. Earls pass toward the middle for Fitzpatrick as he's bumped by Fuller, who steps in, takes it away, and play goes on. Brought upfield now by the Battery. Dropped off, snuck away from Alavano, and Gregor chips it down inside. After it been Younger with a turnaround, right foot, a blast in. He puts it high and wide to the right side. And it's been a while since the Rhinos had a shot at the frame, but missing high and wide. 78th minute. Udock with the right foot. Will then hammer it out through midfield. Smith stepping up. The ball pops straight up in the air. Comes down to midfield. Then settled in the center circle by Palguda. Giving it off to Gregor. A long chip upfield. That's headed away by Aquari for Wilson. Now if the Battery have it at their own 35 and pushed to the outside of the far wing. Genga pounds it through midfield. Turning back to the ball goes Smith. He chases behind by Patterson. Plays it back to Vallow, and he'll first time it away. Out to midfield. Fitzpatrick after it, drawing it across the midfield line. Goes to the outside on the right wing, and after it is Marcina. Catching up to the ball, overlapping is Krummelmeyer. Marcina with a chip from the corner, and that's through the 6 and out the near end of the box. Rolling and out of bounds. Tried to catch Menyonger, breaking in off the left wing side. So a throw in deep in the corner for the Battery. Now the 79th minute. On the near wing, Alonso, one touch back for Williams. He'll pound it away off toward midfield, and Alavano spins it to the outside, up the left wing. Here come the Battery. Kanga on the left wing side. Left footer down inside the 18, and the bouncing ball rolling to the end line. Earls gets to it. He just tips it out over the end line, giving the Battery another corner kick. Substitution once again. This time it'll be Cicciarello checking in the 80th minute for Alonso. 80th minute, Alonso is out. Cicciarello is in. So that's 4 substitutions in the game for the Battery. They have one more that they can make. Left footer down inside. That's punched away and out over the end line. Evidently cleared away and out. Here's a Rhino player down on the field and seems to be in a fair amount of pain. Hanging his right foot on the ground after a collision in the box. Rochester player. Here comes the Rhinos trainer Dave DiPasquale out to attend to the Rochester player who is down on the pitch. Trying to pick up who that is. All right, we're in the 80th minute now at Blackbaud, and the Rhinos trying to hold on here with a 1-0 lead. Sponsors of these broadcasts include the Farish Group. The best seat in the house is in your Farish apartment. See them all at Farish.com. Messenger Post now more than ever. And by Connolly Printing, the official printer of the Rhinos. Well, the other games have been completed. Earlier this evening, Montreal defeated Seattle 3-1, so they come from behind and oust Seattle from the playoffs. That is Marcina, who is hurt. He is up and off the pitch now and wanted to get back on. He went out over the end line. So again, Montreal now will advance to the semifinals as they have defeated Seattle. Vancouver holds on for a 1-goal aggregate lead. And moving on to the semifinals as they ousted Minnesota. Actually, Minnesota won the match tonight 4-3. But in the 2-game total goals, Vancouver ends up on top 5-4. So again, Montreal is through. Vancouver is through. Of course, Puerto Rico sitting there waiting. And now all we're trying to find out is who is next through. Will it be Charleston or Rochester? Marcina indicating to the referee that he wants back on. Ball out into the center circle. Headed across midfield by Palguda for Menyonger. Looks and rolls it to the outside. Up is Krummelmeyer on the right wing side. Being chased by Wilson down to the corner of the box. Has it 10 yards out. Left for a roller on the 6, but that's hammered away and out. Stepping up to help out. Underneath it is Ball being turned around, trying to get away from Alavano, and the ball knocked out. Got away from him. Throw in for the Battery from their own 35. Now the 82nd minute. Marcina is back out there, and the ball now brought away. No, he's still over at the bench being checked out. He must have a bloody lip or something as they're attending up around the mouth area. All ball played downfield. Tiger got the left foot on it, tips it away and out on the near side. Not up with it is Patterson, weaves his way through, trying to break away. Palguda steps in, knocks it loose momentarily, but now Cicciarello up with the ball. Gets it back to Malavano. He'll lay it to the outside on the left wing. And here's Wilson out the far end of the box. Looking inside as he rolls to the end line, looking for a cross, but that's knocked down, and Krummelmeyer with it. Turns and right foots it out through midfield. Back for it, Wilson. And on the left wing side and across midfield, we're into the 83rd minute. Long, high chip down inside the 18. That's headed away out the far end of the box. Out the whistle to stop play, and a foul is called, and the ref coming over to see as that was Birch taken down on the field. Gets up holding the left side of his head. Been a rough game. It's been a rough series. Marcina Gets another jersey. The fourth official still not letting him back on. Steve Guppy is arguing with the fourth official. And they call for the ref to let Marcina on. I think evidently he's got a blood stain on his jersey, so they're not letting him on because of the blood stain. Here's Valor with the right foot, drives it out through midfield. That's headed in the air. The foul is called on the battery. So we'll have a restart for the Rhinos. Fourth official is trying to move the Rhinos players, trainers. Andrew Schmidt, the equipment manager, trying to get the blood stain off of Marcina, and the fourth official is telling everybody to move back. As the Marcina not being allowed onto the pitch still. Ball flight as it's set now. Free kick for the Rhinos, 40 yards out in the middle of the field. Rhinos want to get a clean jersey, evidently. I think you're going to call over Bonsu to try and get a jersey. That's headed back toward the middle. Right footer knocked down to the 6 meter round, and the shot is picked up, scooped off the line. As getting a shot away was Smith. The ball brought up the near wing. The ball scooped off the line by Hudak. Out to midfield. On the midfield line, into the center circle. Fuller stepping up. Plays it back out to the midfield line. Cicciarotto spinning around. Will drop it to his own side of midfield for Williams. Bonsu's going to be giving up his jersey now to Marcina. And Coach Tilley says to the fourth official, all right, he's got a clean jersey, let him in. But nobody's letting Marcina back on the pitch yet. On out top of the 35, then pushed to the outside of the near wing. Off the right wing, here's Williams on the attack into Rhino territory. Long feed down inside, and Valor lets it go as it comes down on top of the net. So now they're trying to change the number on the jersey. The Rhinos trainer trying to cover up the number. Bonsu's number and name. And get back on the pitch. Still, they're not letting him come out. I see they cover his name with tape. Still, the ref just standing there, the fourth official. Rhinos bench all over him. And boy, I'll tell you what, it's a mess down in front of the Rochester bench. Now Marcina's going to have to come out, and it looks like they're going to put Chad Severs in. Rhinos got to get somebody down on the pitch. They're wanting to make a substitution now to put Severs in. All right, so Severs is in. Marcina is out here in the 86th minute. What a screwy affair that was. 86 minutes, so Marcina comes off. And Chad Severs is in. Ball flighted down to the Rhino 20. That's headed in the air, the near end of the box, put down inside. However, the foul is called on the battery. So it'll be a free kick for the Rhinos from their own 20. 86th minute. Wow, very confusing. But evidently Marcina was not allowed back on the pitch because he had blood on his jersey. Well, the fourth official was not allowing him back on. The ref would not call him in. Ball played away downfield. That's blocked aside. Stepping in underneath it is Greger. Puts it away off the leg of Cicciarotto and out. It'll be a throw-in on the near side for the Rhinos from 30 yards out. Fuller still yelling at the center ref. Of course, that's what he does all the time. On the near side, Greger puts it toward the end line. After it goes Menyager. And in the corner, leaves it there as there is an offside flag on the far side of the air against the Rhinos. 87th minute. Hudak with the right foot. Plays it out through midfield. Stepping up Burtz, but that's flicked forward. Now in behind Smith, able to nod it forward. However, underneath it, Fuller. Off to the left side. Wilson brings it up the left wing. I'll give her a cross, but that was flicked through and out top, in underneath it. That's blocked away once again out top and recovered by the battery in a pass forward. Cicciarotto drops off, but that got away and carried upfield by Tiger. Plays it to the open right wing as it's tackled away and out. As the ball got away, but off of Severs and out evidently. It'll be a throw-in for the battery. At midfield on the far side. 1-0, the battery up. Or by 1-0, but in the two-game total goal, the Rhinos on top 2-1, trying to hold on here by the skin of their teeth. Hudak all the way out to his 35. Drives it out through midfield. Stepping up, Smith pounds that one. Head ball up in the air. Locked away once again. In underneath it is Olivaño. Chips it forward to the outside on the left wing. Drawn down, across down inside, and comes over the near side. There's a shot in. It's back across the goal mouth out the other side. On the end line, another shot inside. Blocked away out over the end line. Offside in the air, offside flag against the Battery. Offside against Charleston. Oh, boy. The Rhinos dodge another bullet. And a kick for the Rhinos. Now moving into the 89th minute. Vallow sets the ball. That is 8 with the right foot. Will then send the dry and drive kick through midfield. Now Gouda pushed off the ball. That's volleyed through midfield into Rhino territory. As it is nodded forward, and Earls blocks it, but in the center circle, taken again by the Battery, and a long pass on the right wing side for Spicer. Right-footed cross along the 18, headed in the air out of the near side. Earls and Spicer block, and a left-footed cross in front. That's headed away out the far end of the box. Krummelmeyer whiffed on it, but Ball gets there to chip it forward. Out to Ben Younger, takes it off the chest. As he is settled, dumped from behind by Wilson, the foul is called. So it'll be a kick for the Rhinos, their own 35. We're into the 89th minute. Moving up will be Scott Vallow. Not sure if there's going to be another substitution here for the Rhinos or not. It looked like Antunes was being called up. Now he's going to take a seat on the bench. All right, 89th now. The clock moves into the 90th minute. And Vallow placing the ball at his 35. Will pound it away and downfield. Headed forward out toward midfield on the far side. Chased after by Spicer. Dropped back. And the ball got away and out. Off a ball. A throw in for the Battery. Out near midfield into Rhino territory. That's knocked down. And tipped away and out on the far side once again. Another throw in for Charleston. On the left wing side, the throw in. Spicer drops it back to the outside. That's cleared down toward the middle, but in underneath it is Smith for the Rhinos. And that put away. And up the far wing, and the Rhinos get to it, and cleared way downfield by Krummelmeyer, but a little bit too much pace in the ball, and then Younger couldn't get to it. As Hudak has to play it outside the end of the box, now brought away and upfield. Pass off toward the middle, Williams up the right side along the near wing for Armstrong, touching toward the middle for Oliveño. We have 4 minutes of stoppage time. 4 minute time. Oliveño shot, a roller, scooped up by Vallow at his 2. So Scott Vallow comes up with the ball on the shot taken by the Battery. And volleys it away downfield. That one will hook out of bounds, or the Battery a throw in on the near side from their own 35. Right back into the keeper. Hudak looks downfield with the right foot. Shanked it almost out of bounds on the near side as that one's sneaking through, but turning in behind Earls with the left foot. Puts it up into the stand, so a throw in on the near side for the Battery. Charleston throw in to be taken by Williams. Floater down along the near wing, headed up in the air by Earls, and knotted out of bounds again by Earls, so another throw in for the Battery, this time at about 20 yards out. Williams for the throw in, down inside the near end of the box for Fuller, plays it back, and the ball tipped away at the last moment. Up with it is Ben Younger. Looks it to the outside, Fitzpatrick. Off the near wing for Chad Severs, catching up Ben Younger, but Severs up the left wing side. Double team, as he sneaks the ball through, is upended, and play goes on. The ref says get up. Severs was double teamed and knocked down, but no help there from the call, and the ball flighted through midfield. Burt steps up, blocks it momentarily as the ball is knocked down. Laid away again, the Battery in underneath it. Giroux to the outside, up the left wing is Wilson. Rolls it down to the 25, looking at a cross, blocked away on the far wing. Once again, hammered away, but Tiger this time able to head it away out of the box. Tiger gets it right back again. Works the right wing side, tripped up, taken down, foul is called, and a free kick for the Rhinos from their own 25. Or closer to the 30. We're in stoppage time, about halfway through, 4 minutes. Vallow taking his time as he moves out. Rhinos trying to hold on. And should they hold on, it would be by the skin of their teeth here tonight, I'll tell you. As it's been quite a storm provided by the Battery. Vallow plays it away downfield. Trying to get to it. Severs, that's up in the air, comes down to the end of the box. Wilson in the corner, watched by Severs, blocked away out over the end line, and a goal kick for Charleston. Stoppage time. Hudak setting the ball. Is able to hammer it away out through midfield. on the far wing. Stepping up, Krummelmeyer, but that one is through, and Smith in underneath it, nods it across midfield. However, recovered by the battery, volley right back into Rhino territory. Burt's this time able to pound it away, and that's taken off the chest of Menyunger. Severs ahead for Menyunger up the right wing. Tries to sneak through, but the ball picked off his foot and then hammered out through midfield. Turning back goes Burt's. To the outside is Patterson after it. That's dropped off in the middle, 25 yards out. Right foot and cracking the ball, but deflected away high and wide. And that out over, well, it looked like it went off of Birch, but the Rhinos are going to get away with that one. It's going to be a goal kick. A goal kick for the Rhinos. Maybe a minute to go. All the way back downfield, Menyunger down on one knee, way back upfield. So the ref over to talk to Johnny Menyunger. Bonsu has gotten his jersey back, and he's up, and they're going to perhaps put Terewa Bonsu in. Well, now, as Dave DiPasquale, the trainer, is called out to take a look at Menyunger. We'll see if Bonsu might be put in. Again, there's approximately a minute to go in stoppage time. So far, again, Montreal came from behind and have knocked off Seattle, so Montreal is through to the semis. Vancouver held on. And Younger's going to be taken off, and they're calling for a change here. All right, so Bonsu is in here in the 90th minute. And Menyunger is out. As the Rhinos looking to hold on here. And Rochester has the goal kick. Again, Vancouver holds on, and they oust Minnesota. So Vancouver, Seattle, and Puerto Rico make up the semifinals along with the winner of this one. That's put forward across midfield, but up into the stands by Krummelmeyer, and a throw in for the battery. Out to midfield, the throw in across midfield. That one flicked toward the middle. In underneath it, taken away. Bonsu turns with the right foot. Will hammer it out through midfield. The back for it go the battery. Chased down by Akwari. As he's watched closely, turns. High floater through midfield into Rhino territory. Fuller up, but that's blocked away. And underneath it now, Palguda will drive it out through down into Charleston territory. That's pounded high in the air, coming down to the center circle. Bonsu steps up, and he's able to blast it across midfield. Hackford Williams for the battery to the outside of the near wing for Armstrong. On the midfield line, as he rolls it off to the other side, switching to the left wing side. Moving up, Wilson gets it down inside, headed back in front, and it's headed away and out by Smith. Turning on the near wing, trying to get to it, Gregor. As he comes up with the ball, turning again. That's taken away momentarily in the middle. Tackled away nicely by Palguda, and the Rhinos have it. Here's Gregor, through ball, Fitzpatrick chasing after it. But coming back to steal it away is Wilson. As he came down and closed off the lane, whistle should blow any second now. Cross midfield to the outside. Gregor steps up to intercept. He'll turn, looks downfield, rolls it slowly up the near side for Tiger, sends it to open space on the left wing, and the ball rolls back downfield and out of bounds. Should have had a whistle. Throw in. There's the whistle. And this is all over with, and the Rhinos hold on. The Rochester Rhinos have held on to advance to the semifinals, but I'll tell you what, it's by the skin of their teeth, as great pressure applied all night long by the Charleston battery comes up short. Wow. So the Rhinos are through to the semis, along with Montreal, Vancouver, and, of course, Puerto Rico sitting and waiting. Final score tonight here in Charleston. The battery 1, the Rhinos nothing in the two-game total goal series. The Rhinos take it 2-1. This sigh of relief the Rhinos have to be breathing right now as they come away in this game out 1-0. However, top of the score 2-1 in the two-game total goal aggregate. So the Rhinos advance to the semifinals as they'll now take on the Puerto Rico Islanders, and that's an unenviable task right there to take on the team that sort of ran away with the league at the end. But that's who Rochester will play, will be Puerto Rico coming up. And maybe during the post-game show, Joe Giuliano over at the distillery perhaps will have more information on when those games might be. Not sure if it's known at this time, but anyway, stick around for the post-game show and see if we can't get more information on when the Rhinos will play and where they'll play first. All right, let's run through what happened in this game tonight. One goal scored, that in the 12th minute, and it was scored by the Charleston battery. Alonso with his first goal to the playoffs. The assist going to Wilson. That made it 1-0 Charleston, and that was all the scoring on the night. That was the game first goal. Turned out to be the game-winning goal, but was not enough for the Battery to come back and surpass the Rhinos and move on in the playoffs. So that was the only goal of the game tonight. And in this series, the home team was able to score the only goals, 2 for the Rhinos on Friday night at Paytech, 1 for the Battery here tonight. And of course, Rochester takes the series 2-1. Looking at the shots, again, unofficial stats in the game, I had 11 shots for Charleston and 6 for the Rhinos. Charleston outshooting Rochester 11-6. Corner kicks, 6 for the Battery and 3 for the Rhinos. Offsides, 2 against each squad. And fouls on the night, the Battery with 21, and the Rhinos had 14. So those are the unofficial stats. Scott Battle with the takes the loss here tonight, but had 4 saves, gives up 1 goal, so he has a 1-1 record in the playoffs and a 0.50 goals against average. Dusty Hudak has the victory tonight, so he also has a 1-1 record in the playoffs and a 1.00 goals against average. Of course, the season now is done for the Charleston Battery, and the Rhinos move on to take on the Puerto Rico Islanders. All right, let's check these awards here tonight. First of all, the Save of the Game, which is brought to you by Lamont Awards and Apparel, your choice for honoring your team, company, or special person. Off toward the middle for Alavaño. With the right foot, he'll switch it to the outside of the right wing. And underneath it, Armstrong left puts it back in front, and hit ball punched up over the crossbar by Vallow. Hit ball right on by Patterson. Vallow with a great save. About a foot under the crossbar, got the right hand on it to tip it over the crossbar. Well, Vallow made a couple of great saves in the game, and that was one of them right there to save the day, as he played a very strong game, so that's the save of the game. The Pellegrino sub of the game tonight, which is brought to you by Pellegrinos. Always fresh, always fast, always delicious. Going to have to go, I think, with Andrew Glager, who came in the 50th minute and did a great job of controlling play. He wasted as much time as possible. So Glager, the sub of the game here tonight. Kermelmeyer came out at the half, also played very well in a substitute role. But we'll go with Glager tonight. The Excellus Play of the Game, which is brought to you by Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield, helping you achieve your goals. Sliding in as Smith as the ball is knocked down. Ball had it momentarily, but is tipped loose. Controlled once again by the Battery. To the outside, Wilson on the left wing. Sends it down in the box. Hit ball, and they score. It was headed off the 6-yard line. Down in front. Head ball was in. Looks like Alonzo was the one to head it in on the cross from Wilson. So Alonzo gets the goal. That is the play of this game, which gave the 1-0 victory to the Charleston Battery for this one. And so that is the Excellus Play of the game. The Power Trip Player of the Game, which is brought to you by Power Trip. Get on the game. I'm going to have to go with Scott Vallow. Not much offensively tonight for the Rhinos. Had very few opportunities. Some fairly strong play with the defenders. But Vallow had a couple of huge saves in the game, and that certainly seemed to make the difference here tonight. So Scott Vallow, the player of the game. And the Paytech call of the game, brought to you by Paytech, personalizing personal communications. Forward to the outside on the left wing. Drawn down, across, down inside, and comes over the near side. There's a shot. He gets back across the goal mouth on the other side. On the end line, another shot inside. Blocked away out over the end line. Offside in the air, offside flag against the Battery. Offside against Charleston. Oh, boy. Well, very close opportunities, and the Rhinos able to hold on tonight for the victory. Wow, that was a tight game. Great pressure applied all night long by the Charleston Battery, but the Rhinos do come away with the aggregate score. They lose this one here tonight, 1-0 to the Battery. However, had 2 goals at home on Friday night. That second goal was absolutely huge, which was scored by Delicott, of course, and the Rhinos pull it out. The 2-game total goal series, the Rhinos 2 and the Charleston Battery 1. Again, the Rhinos will move on to take on Puerto Rico, while Vancouver will beat Montreal. And we'll see what more information we'll have for you during the post-game show. Joe Giuliano, Soccer Sam, and others will be along for you on the post-game at the viewing party at the distillery. So stick around for that. I'm Dan Stevens. Thanks a lot for being along tonight. Final score in this one, the Charleston Battery 1, Rochester Rhinos 0. But in the 2-game total goals, it's the Rochester Rhinos 2, the Charleston Battery 1. Again, thanks to Scott Morrison back at the station, and stay tuned now for the post-game show. Thanks.
Salvatore's Pizza. We deliver everything but babies. Salvatore's new Selby plates, hamburger plate, cheeseburger plate, Italian sausage plate, and the new hot dog plates made with Soccer Sam's all-beef wieners. Salvatore's new Selby plates. Yeah, we deliver them. Call 234-5555 or order online at 234-5555.com. 234-5555.
Country 107.3 welcomes you to the Rochester Rhinos postgame call-in show, driven by Auction Direct and Connors and Ferris. Call 222-4369. Now, here's Joe Giuliano on Country 107.3.
Well, it is the semifinals in 2008 for the Rochester Rhinos. Good evening, I'm Joe Giuliano, joined by Soccer Sam. Rochester loses tonight 1-0, but they did enough work on Friday to get to the semifinal round, which will kick off next weekend against the number 1 seed Puerto Rico Islanders. But what a finish in Charleston tonight.
It was a great game, up and down, just a lot of pressure, and then, just holding them out to that second goal, and just the people here at the distillery are going nuts, and the energy was just great. Think about March, we didn't know if we were going to have a team here, and look where we're at right now. It's just amazing that we are in the semifinal round here of the playoffs, Joe.
The number's 222-4369, 222-4369. We'll take calls. We'll have people also live on the air tonight right here at the distillery. A ton of fans showing up, between 50 and 75. Right now, this is the setup. We've got Puerto Rico on Friday in Rochester, and then in Sunday down at Juan Ramon Lubriel Stadium. This is not official yet. This is how the Puerto Rico website has it listed. So it's nothing definite just yet, but it looks like it's going to be Friday in Rochester, Sunday at Puerto Rico.
Joe, we got to make that trip. Matt Ford's right there. We gotta go to Puerto Rico, Joe. That's our favorite place.
Oh, absolutely.
Remember that the merengue you started doing there? Oh, I love that place.
All right, let's go. We've got some fans with us live here tonight at the distillery, and we're going to go to the floor right now. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, what's your name?
It's Alex.
Alex, welcome to the post-game show, and thank you for coming to the distillery tonight. What'd you think?
It was a great night. It was a good atmosphere. It was nice to have everyone in one spot cheering on the team together.
Is this something the Rhinos should do more of in the future?
Definitely, and the more we promote it, the more we market it, the better it'll turn out, the better atmosphere. It'll be really great for the team.
All right, now the Rhinos take on Puerto Rico, a team that we lost to twice, tied once. It's going to be a difficult series.
It's going to be really tough. We just got to hunker down in the back, and we can't let anything through.
She knows her soccer.
She does. She's a member of the Stampede. You guys do your thing with the throwing the streamers and stuff. That really kind of gets the other players upset. Is that going to continue against Puerto Rico?
Oh, definitely. There'll be more streamers, definitely.
and the guy you're with right now is Jeremy, and in the Rhino commercial, he's the one that holds the smoke bomb, and it's like gagging all the time. Where did that whole smoke bomb idea come from, Jeremy?
It's been around quite a while, actually. Like chants and everything else that the U.S. game has adopted, we've taken our best stuff from Europe and South America, and, it's safe, it's fun, and, as long as you put your scarf over your mouth, it's easy to breathe.
It's safe right now, but in a couple of years, talk to us. We'll see how you do. All right, Alex, thank you Go ahead, what's that?
It's better than road flares.
Yeah. Well, Alex, get your rest. You got a big one coming up this weekend.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Alex, thanks for joining us on the post-game show. If anybody else wants to join us, please hop on and get the headsets and the microphone on. We've got John standing by next. He's getting geared up right now to come on the Connors and Ferris call-in show, also sponsored by Auction Direct. If you're out there listening, the number to call is 222-4369. Joe Giuliano with Soccer Sam. And John, who's been in attendance here at the distillery tonight. John, the Rhinos advancing, and what do you think about the whole show tonight?
I tell you, it was great. Having that two-goal lead, it made a whole big difference, and I think the boys did a great job protecting the lead. And I think my hand off to Coach Dilly for making, I tell you, this, considering how things were in the preseason, I'm very happy with the outcome, and it's great to see so many people here at the distillery.
John, we talked during the game. Puerto Rico, what do you think about that matchup?
Well, I think it's going to be probably our toughest opponent, but I think if we concentrate, I think we can pull it off. I think it would be a tough game, but I think we can do it.
Well, John, get your rest as well, because Friday night's going to be here real quick for Puerto Rico. Thanks for coming tonight.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, John joining us tonight on the post-game show. We're going to go back down to Charleston. We've got Scott Vallow on the line down in Charleston right now. And Scotty Vallow, tremendous save in that first half. In the 9th minute, a tipping save on the diving header. Congratulations. How you feeling right now?
Guys are really shattered right now. We gave everything we had. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. And the main goal at the beginning of the weekend was to get through the next round, and we've done that. So I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased and really proud of the guys.
So, Scotty, physically, you've got to be exhausted. I mean, Friday night, a tough game. Tonight, like you said, you left everything on the field tonight. Physically, are you totally drained?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough battle the whole time. I need a little bit of confidence. And did a great job. And, we just held them off. We knew they were going to the first half, and it seemed like they kind of ran out of gas in the second half, too, which probably helped us out. So we didn't really create.
Scotty, you've got... All right, Scott, we're going to let you go. We know you're tired, but thanks for your time. You got Puerto Rico coming up next. Thank you very much. And tremendous save in the 9th minute that really probably energized the Rhinos team. And thanks to Scott Vallow for joining us down from Black Bud Stadium in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm joined by the president and the GM, Matthew Ford. And, wow, Matt, what a game tonight. And a couple more, and it's championship time. It's an exciting run.
Yeah, I mean, great atmosphere at Distillery tonight, and a good defensive performance. We got behind the ball, we chased things down, we put pressure on the ball. We didn't stop running, and after playing Friday, it took a gritty performance, and that's probably what it can be best described as, a gritty performance. And we ground out the series win. We didn't push too much to create a lot of scoring chances. We put the ball in the corners, we wasted some time, and that's all strategy, and credit to the guys for executing Darren's game plan.
We look forward to Puerto Rico now, a team that's really been on a great run in 2008. According to their website, it looks like Sunday in Puerto Rico, Friday in Rochester. Nothing official yet?
Nothing official, but they have kind of tipped their hand that they want to play their home game on Sunday, which I think suits us. We like the first game at home.
Sure.
Just like the last round, we'll go out and try and get a lead and go protect it or build on it in Puerto Rico on Sunday. So it'll all be official tomorrow, but it's likely that we'll be home 7:35 on Friday at Paytech, and hopefully the weather will cooperate this time. We'll get a good crowd, get a nice lead, and then take it to Puerto Rico on Sunday.
Speaking of nice crowds, we had a nice crowd on Friday night, 6,900, I believe, and the $5 ticket special. You and Rob Clark were in a little powwow over there. Anything going on with that?
He told me it's up to Mr. Ford, so it's up to you, man. I think, the $5 ticket, it's an amazing deal, and you can sit anywhere in the park. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, we're going to do it again. We'll do the $5 ticket up until 5 o'clock on the day of the game, and then we go to regular prices. But we know it worked well last game. Fans were buying tickets all week. We had a lot of new fans out, people trying the Rhinos and Paytech Park for the first time with a great price, to bring a family of 4 out for $20. That's great value. So hopefully, we get some good press this week and excitement builds, and we get another good crowd out on Friday night.
Well, Matt, I wasn't ready for the season to end. I'm sure you're not. And another hard week of work ahead of us, and good luck.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and hopefully we get the guys back in one piece and nobody's too beat up, and we'll have, I'm sure, another focused and good week of practice. And then go to Puerto Rico on Friday.
It's going to be a great run. Matthew Ford, thank you very much for joining us on the Connors and Ferris Direct Call-In Show, also sponsored by Auction Direct. Again, fans out there on the phones, you can also be a part of the show. 222-4369. And we've got some fans mingling around here in the crowd at the Distillery as the Rhinos celebrating their first-round playoff victory over the Charleston Battery. They lose 1-0 tonight, but they win on aggregate 2-1. And we've got some more fans who want to join us here on the post-game show. Well, my man, how you doing? What'd you think tonight?
Joe, Sam, that was a fantastic game. We held out in the end, and it's going to be a tough one against Puerto Rico as we've played them tough, and hopefully we can come out with a good win.
What did you think about the atmosphere here tonight, all the fans and the crowd?
The atmosphere tonight was great. The fans were fantastic. They were loud. They were boisterous, well represented down here. And let's hope we can get a few of the diehards like the Stampeders to go up to go down to Puerto Rico.
That'd be nice. That would be nice.
And yes, Sam, hint. I'll give you $500 to allow me to go with the team.
Hey, TJ, thanks for being down here and thanks for being part of our postgame show.
Yes, definitely, Sammy.
All right, TJ, we'll talk to you hopefully next week after the Rhinos take care of the Puerto Rico Islanders. Let's go now to the official second broadcaster of the Rochester Rhinos, who probably had a very busy night tonight. He's heard worldwide. He is Mr. Brian Quarter. Brian, my man, how are you?
Thank you very much. So, this game, what a game it was. I'm not going to say the word I said yesterday, but this game could have gone either way in this match. Couple plays in this game, Joe and Sam, and you've seen this. Couple plays when the Battery had the ball.
Yeah.
It looked like a couple times that they were going to score. They had good opportunities. But one thing I do not like about this game, and I'm trying to jump on the referee here, but I have to.
Go ahead.
Was the call about the linesman made the call about one of the Rhinos jerseys.
Oh, yeah, that was a tough situation. We'll talk about that.
What is the ruling? If the player's uniform is injured, like bloody or something.
I've seen it a million times in the past where a player has a bloody jersey. If their reserve jersey is not usable, he can wear anyone else's jersey, but I don't know what the situation was, why they didn't let him happen. I've seen it happen a million times. He could put anyone else's jersey on, but weren't allowed to do it tonight.
Sammy, yes. You guys have been updating the the website. Now, does the Rhinos play at home first, or does Puerto Rico have to say where they want to play? How does that work, Joe?
Right, according to Puerto Rico's website right now, they've listed Sunday as their home game, meaning Friday would be here in Rochester.
All right, and of course I'll have the call beginning at 7 o'clock. Brandon will have to do my pregame show, and then at 7:25 I'll be on the air with my number with Christine, who's on the road. So,
all right.
The Rhinos win tonight. In case you guys just missed it, Joe, I'm doing your job for a minute. The Rhinos win tonight. 2-1 final goal African series. They win the match 1-0, and you know what? Bring on those Puerto Rico Islanders, because I tell you what, we're going to beat them, and we're going to go to the championship. Guys, make up to you.
All right, thanks for throwing it back up to us in the press box here at the distillery.
He
I tell you, Sam, I'm worried about my job right now. Brian Quarter, worldwide.
Brian and him,
he's something special.
And him and TJ were doing the whole thing, the whole night, just hanging out and watching. And there's hundreds of fans here tonight, including the very, very beautiful Rhinestones and the director of the Rhinestones, who gets the most out of these guys, Joe.
Well, Montreal, Vancouver, they'll be Friday, Sunday. Rochester, Puerto Rico. Quickly, Puerto Rico defeated Rochester 4-0, 2-0, and they also tied 1-1 in Rochester. Again, Charleston was 3-0 against us in the regular season. We come through, we knock them out of the playoffs. I think you throw out what happened in the regular season, and it's a whole brand new deal.
And the whole thing with Puerto Rico, they're in this CONCACAF thing. They're going to get beat up. There's a lot of pressure. They play Wednesday night. So if we end up playing them Friday, they may be coming back from a cross-country trip. I'm not sure exactly where they're playing. They come back, and boom, we're going to take advantage of that. They could fly Alitalia Airlines. They're going to be waiting all day long to get on a flight somewhere.
All right, let's go back to the crowd here. And we've got one of Soccer Sam's Kujas on here. Sylvia, welcome. How you doing?
I'm great, thanks. I just want to tell you guys that it was really exciting here. I don't know if they could tell the radio audience, but the crowd here at the distillery, it was deafening at times. I think probably a good 50% of the place was here filled with soccer fans. I think the extreme energy that was here, I think that you could be almost measure it on some kind of a scale. And I got to tell you, it's just nice to see that this is a different kind of town that has different kinds of sports, and obviously, the more diversified a city is, the more you attract different people. And I got to tell you, I was very proud of my city. I was proud of the Rhinos. I've been a fan since probably the beginning, and I got to tell you, I'm very, very, very confident on how our coach is handling this whole situation.
Sebastian's been a season ticket
Sebastian.
holder.
I'm sorry, Silvio. Jeez, forgive me. I'm sorry.
He's been a season ticket holder from day one.
Sammy says, don't call me anything.
Don't come for late for dinner.
Call me anything but late
Yeah,
for dinner.
I got it. Oh, you're kidding, right?
Well, Sebastian, Friday night, we expect you to bring all the people from Fairport, all the people, the Italian-American people. They got to come and support this team.
I think we will. This is one of the best things that has happened. It's almost like a Cinderella story.
Yeah.
We have from the beginning, like in January, to we're ready to fold, and now we're in the playoffs. This is kind of like, almost like, it reminds me like, we should do a movie about our rhinos. I think that maybe if somebody out there that has the sponsor to get a movie together, it will be a tremendous movie.
If we win the championship, not a bad idea. You could be Rex the Rhino. Sam.
I will be Rex in the movie. I will do good in costumes.
All right, so again,
thank you for having me.
Hey, Sebastian, thank you. I apologize for calling you Silvio. We got the Silvio who calls on the show and screams at Sam, so I apologize. There's still some fans mingling around, and let's get them back on the air here. 222-4369, and looks like another member of the Stampede joining in here on the Connors and Ferris Direct Call-In Show. Good evening, and introduce yourself, my man.
Yeah, I'm Tommy D. I got a little laryngitis right now.
Were you the one starting the cheers, Rochester and Rhinos?
Yeah, but I'd be the guilty party behind that, with the proud party at the same time.
I hope your laryngitis is from the soccer games and not the NFL games today, because you got your Bears jersey on.
It's from all three. Rhinos, Bears, and Mets.
Big day for you then, huh?
Not big on the Mets front.
Well, on the Rhinos front, first and foremost. Very big day. What did you think about the game?
It was remarkable how we just held our own, all things considered.
Well, hopefully Friday you guys get that place rocking for Puerto Rico.
Oh, we definitely plan to now.
Should be great. And Tommy D. Tommy D, thank you very much. Ice on the throat, you'll get it back before you know it.
Thanks.
He's got the laryngitis, cheering the Mets, the Bears, and the Rhinos out today.
I thought it was John DeTulio. It's like, oh, what's going on?
All right, 222-4369. Anyone wants to join us? Soccer Sam, Matt Ford, they just did confirm that there is $5 tickets available for Friday's game. Now, is it going to be till 5 p.m. on Friday again? How's that going to work?
Yeah, 5 o'clock. You have till 5 o'clock Friday. But here's the deal. If you're a season ticket holder, you want to bring family or friends, the sooner you get there and the more tickets you get some prime seats, 106, 107, 108.
Sure.
There's seats available right now. And what we did last week was we ran out of prime seats. We started calling the sponsors and said, hey, are you guys coming or not? And if you're not, can we put the tickets back in the system? And a few sponsors were nice enough to give back some of their tickets. We're going to try to do this game, and I got to get this confirmed from Mr. Ford and Mr. Clark, but the third level, we're going to try not to sell that out.
Third level?
The second level, I'm sorry.
Wow, is there a third level?
Well, when you're where I'm at, it's the third level. The second level, we are going to try not to sell. We're going to hold that for Friday. So, you could come and get some prime seats from Monday through Thursday and come down. It's $5 tickets.
So this is going to be Operation Pack the Lower Bowl.
Pack the lower bowl. Let's make a party out of it. Bring your pots and pans. Bring your instruments. Let's go nuts.
All right, you heard it from Soccer Sam and Jeremy, right?
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Thank you, sir. Good to be on.
Oh, I tell you guys, Puerto Rico, I'm concerned. They're going to play in the CONCACAF Champions League, but from what I've seen from the Islanders, Colin Clark and Jonathan Steele, the Rhinos have their hands full.
It's true. I mean, I was reading a quote from Colin Clark the other day, and he said that his main priority was to focus on the league. Shortly after that, I see them disassemble Santos Laguna, one of the top Mexican teams in one of the top teams in this side of the world. So, if they're focusing on our league and they're putting the Champions League as on the back burner, that's definitely intimidating. But we have a system here where you don't even have to win a match to go forward in the semifinals, and anything can happen. You just have to take it one leg at a time.
Now, Jeremy, you left Rochester to go into some acting. What happened? You're back here. How'd your acting career go?
It's going well so far. Still working out locally, but I do have an interview scheduled for this Friday with a very prestigious studio in New York to become better and to own the craft. And it's probably the Ivy League as far as private studios go if you have to compare it to the university.
Now, you put a lot of effort into to build the Stampede what it is. I mean, what makes you guys want to do that? I mean, it's just kind of, you got a lot of things going on in your lives, and you guys stop everything. You reschedule your work schedules. You rescheduled a trip to New York for an interview to be at a Rhino game. Wow. What makes you that intense of a fan?
it's definitely hard at times, but by the end of the day, the other fans and the people around you in the section, and especially the team, never disappoint, especially in recent years. So that's what makes it worth it. The team's gratitude, the fact that we believe that it does help them out on the pitch. We've heard it from players, we've heard it from staff, ever since we've started doing it, ever since before I was in the group. It's for 8 years, and as long as we still have that kind of impact, we have to do our part.
Well, you mentioned you've been in the Stampede for 8 years. Are you seeing the numbers increase, decrease?
Definitely an increase.
Good.
There have been some peaks, championship matches, Open Cup big games, and things like that, where we've gotten triple digits in the section. And, there have been some valleys. The rain delay game was...
Sure.
It didn't scare any of us away. If anything, it made us louder. But there have been highs and lows. But we've definitely plateaued into a decent number. Obviously, we want to grow. We'd like to triple, quadruple, but we're satisfied with where we are now, but we're not complacent. We're still recruiting heavily, and the most important thing, anyone is welcome.
I got the big guy right here next to me. He's ready to go. The big guy is ready.
I'm ready.
Sam, you coming to 101?
I'm coming down, man. As soon as I get fired, I'm there. All right?
Well, if you play your cards right, it won't be that long.
Jeremy, we've got to wrap this thing up. Thank you very much, the Stampede, for all you guys do. Thank you very much. We're going to wrap it up tonight. Soccer Sam. Rochester advances to the semifinals, taking on Puerto Rico. Your final thoughts?
I got $20 in my pocket. It gets me 4 tickets. I'm out.
All right, Soccer Sam, thanks for helping out in the pregame, the postgame, and setting up a wonderful evening for the Rhinos viewing party here at the distillery. Thanks to all the staff at the distillery for their gracious hospitality. We're going to wrap this thing up. We'll talk to you on Friday night, 7 p.m. pregame show. The Rhinos and Puerto Rico in the semifinals. For Soccer Sam, Don Stevens, and Scotty, our great producer, I'm Joe Giuliano, saying ciao for now.